Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ready Steady Play. How's it going out there? How's everybody doing? Hey Difter, glad to see you join us. Who's excited to get back into Gloomhaven? I'm excited. We left it on kind of a cliffhanger, you know, a bit of a twist of events. You know, I wrote a very curious, spoiler-free description for the episode because I just don't know where those descriptions show up on the internet, and I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. But of course, now that you're here, this will of course be full of spoilers for Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, and honestly, if you followed us for the last 8 episodes, you're well aware of that anyway. So, Roland, the big villain of the show, has shown up at the end of the last episode in what we thought was a side quest, and gone, haha, it was not, and I'm not defeated, you know, so, which, you know, to be fair, we had some idea that this wasn't the end, because we're only about halfway through the campaign, but you know, we of course, our characters were well surprised, and now we've got a mission to go back to Gloomhaven and head into the sewers. We had 2 choices. We had the Beguiling sewers, which is mission 12, and the Defiled sewers, which is mission 11. And Chris had a look at them when he was setting up the game while I was getting all the set up and working, and he said, "You pick one because you don't know what's going on yet." And so I was like, well, let's pick the Beguiling sewers, because, you know, that sounds nicer than the Defiled sewers. And then, of course, what happened was Chris just sent me, like, an emote, like, oh. So I'm excited to find out what we've got in store tonight. So, speaking of which, let's bring Chris in. I think, hopefully, everything should be working. Obviously, we haven't streamed Gloomhaven since 16th of December last year. So, hopefully you still remember how to play. Hopefully everything is working fine. Hopefully here's Chris. Oh, look, it still says Bloodborne. Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Hey, everybody. Hey, Mike. Hey, Difter. Hey, oh my God, it's the Bloodborne background.
I'm gonna have to change that real quick. Bear with me here. I can't remember what I had on the background of this show, but
you had a really nice Bloodborne background before. Hello, everybody. Yes, it's been a while. The audio view was dipping in and out there a minute ago, so I'm not sure I'm not sure exactly what you said. But the last side quest we did was a full-on. The last mission we did was a full-on side quest. It was like someone came into the pub and asked us to help, and we helped out for money. But the quest before that, the gauntlet, was basically our characters were like, oh, this blood cult is all done with. Let's go and do this gauntlet to try and make money. And then, you know, rather unsurprisingly, at the end of the gauntlet, it was revealed that actually Roland was behind the gauntlet, and the blood cult is not defeated after all.
a shocking revelation. I can say so myself.
Our characters obviously don't know how plots work. Music is a bit too loud, apparently. Hey, Eddie, what's up?
Oh, this can be fixed. Hang on. I actually have Jaws of the Lion set up here. I don't know why I'm editing Bloodborne. That was stupid. I'm an idiot. Business as usual.
Our audio connection between you and me seems to have sorted itself out now, which is good. I can hear you again.
Yeah, the music is louder in this scene than it was set to on the previous scene. I thought changing these audio balancing settings worked on a global way across the whole of OBS, but apparently they don't, so that's a deep joy that I've just discovered. But the point is, you can hear us all, we're all here, and we're ready to go.
Ready to go. The reason this sewer mission looks a bit scary because it looks suspiciously simple. The map, for example. I'm suspicious of how unthreatening it looks. It's just one room.
It's just one room and 4 columns. Yeah, I actually, there's a little icon which you guys can't see just up here, which I thought actually indicated we needed the supplemental book here, and this was actually half of the map. But no, it just meant that this map is on both pages of this book. So I was very surprised.
Yeah. Eddie says he's not too bad. He had the pleasure last week of pulling a groin muscle.
Oh,
Just
Eddie,
by doing
that's unfortunate. It's
That
always
sounds
kind of
cool.
always kind of a bummer when you injure yourself in that way. So I'm sorry to hear that you're in pain. Indeed, yay for getting old. Yeah.
Hey to die for gaming. How's it going? Yeah, my knee was at me all last week for some reason. No idea why. But it seems to be better now.
Oh, that's good. Knees are very, very important.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't my exercising because I basically haven't exercised now in a whole week because I was working the last 7 nights. I literally I find it very difficult to get myself out of the house, in the limited time I'm at home in the evening before I go out to work.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and it's unfortunate actually because you have basically been working for a week solid, and as we lamented, or I meant to lament earlier, was that we had hoped to do a Super Fantasy Brawl live stream before they shut the campaign down, but they only ran it for about a week, and it was the week that you were at work.
Yeah.
So
I know. Although there is not a late pledge button currently on the page, but but the most recent thing on the page says press the late pledge button to pre-order. So I'm assuming they're going to add one in when the backer kit goes live. So we might still get the opportunity to do one whilst the backer kit is.
yeah, I was going to say the very
available.
same thing. If they do have a late pledge, then we should definitely get on that BGA live stream. But do you know what else is coming to BGA, Chris? Did you see this announcement? I'm very excited.
Don't think so.
It's a classic that you and I both enjoy that I haven't played for a long time.
Hansa? Hansa?
No, not Hansa. Something else that was out of
classic
print, but that has not come back into print.
Chaos in the Old World?
No, that'd be good though, wouldn't it? No, it's El Grande.
Oh no, I do. Oh yes, I did know that. I did know that because a friend of mine messaged me yesterday to say that because he's I don't know what it's called. He's an alpha tester, I think, on it. He's got alpha tester status, so we can play it. I have played El Grande on. Was it Yukata? I think it was on Yukata, which is a with all due respect to the crew, a user-friendly wise inferior version of BGA. But it had El Grande on. I have played it there, but it is quite tedious the user interface is horrible, absolutely horrible. So I'm very excited.
Is that the website we played? Oh God, a few acres of snow on. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that was a bad interface.
Yeah, imagine El Grande on that. It took like 2 hours to play. I mean, it's not a short game, but it's not a 2 hour long game.
It shouldn't be.
Hour to an hour and 20 minutes. I would have said probably. But yeah, I'm very excited about El Grande. And I'm really looking forward to it. On
That's
BGA,
we'll have to get.
We'll
have to get Michael involved. You know how much he loves those territory control dude on a map games.
It's not a dudes on a map game. It's just territory control.
Yeah, fair enough.
It
hasn't got that sort of direct aggression, confrontational element that's traditionally dudes on a map. You know.
Exactly, I agree. We should invite him.
Eddie,
speaking mythic games, I'm days till I get a certification with Solomon Kane. I don't think I knew anything about Solomon Kane.
I played Solomon Kane at a convention, so this was years ago. And it was the Tabletop Gaming Live convention. Tabletop Gaming Live? It's the one they do at Alexandra Palace for the magazine. Is it Tabletop Gaming Live?
Yes. I think that's Tabletop Gaming Live.
Yeah, so I played a game of Solomon Kane there, and I'm trying to remember exactly what it involved. It was... I mean, I think it's sort of like... It feels a bit like in the vein... Because I've only played the one game of it, but it feels sort of like in the vein of something like Mansions of Madness or Novateus, Renaissance, anything essentially where you're sort of running around on a map and there's combat elements, or you might level up stats as well, but there's also a strong narrative element where you might be looking through a book or revealing cards or something as well. And, you know, it was... Yeah, I mean... Eddie, he says, I'm wondering if it'll ever come out. Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't shipped to backers yet. I really thought that when I played it, that was sort of ready to go. I got the impression that they were ready to pull the trigger on it. So, I mean, Mythic have never failed to deliver on a Kickstarter, and as far as I'm aware, they've never failed to provide the actual product at the end of the day. Whether or not that product is then of a standard that you would have hoped is another matter. But I've also not invested in all that many Mythic products comparatively. I did buy the core set for Joan of Arc, and they sent me the rest of the stuff as a review copy, which was super duper nice of them. And I still really like Joan of Arc. I just wish that I could get it set up into the table more often. Particularly the storage of it is, of course, the worst example of too many boxes. They did a second campaign, which was basically just a campaign for a box to put everything in, but it doesn't even hold the miniatures. It just holds everything else, right? So I don't know. We'll see. I've got currently all the miniatures in a big Warhammer case, but I don't know what to do about that giant castle. But I was going to say that I know they delivered on Reichbusters, but I didn't back it. Chris and I played a version of Reichbusters at Essen, but it was and we were guided by the lovely Lena, who took us through the game and showed us how to play. And I think with her guidance, it was a thoroughly enjoyable experience. Without her curating the experience, I imagine it might have been a lot more frustrating, which is the vibe I get from the people who backed the campaign. Like I said, I haven't played it, I haven't backed it, but I know that there's a lot of glossaries and looking up of terms and referencing and things, and the rulebook was a bit of a mess. So I think that they are looking to sort that out and reissue the rulebook free of charge to backers. That's what I've heard. And again, Chris and I, we played the sort of like the second expansion or something, the one where you travel through the portal to the alien world. So it's sort of an entirely different kind of game at that point. I think the base game focuses more on evading Nazis and trying not to set off an alarm system, which didn't feel all that prevalent in the version we played. I did back Hell because I'm a sucker for these kinds of adventure games. What can I say? You know, tell me there's a grim Nordic survival adventure game, and I'm like, I'm on it, I'm in it. I want to be a Viking fighting demons. I don't know what's going on in this game, but it looks neat. So I did back that, and of course, Chris and I both backed Super Fantasy Brawl. Did you back Wave 2, Chris?
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously, so I've backed that as well. I've played.
It was $50. I think it works out about £4 a miniature for the second wave. It's actually really good value.
To Die For Gaming says he's only finished watching the first part of this today, and all 8 and a bit hours. Wow. Well, thanks for catching up, man, or and checking out the series. Yeah, this is so far I've got nothing but good things to say about Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm really glad we're getting back to it. And so I'm excited to find out what's waiting for us in this sewer dungeon. Sorry for doing a little bit of a catch-up. Chris and I haven't had a chance to catch up for a little while, so it's nice to talk about. It's nice to just catch up about games and stuff like that. Eddie says he wanted to back Hell, but because Solomon Kane was running so late, he decided not to. I mean, that seems like reasonable to me, and I think I get the impression that Solomon Kane and Hell might possibly be quite similar. I'd be surprised if they weren't, just because they're both the same sort of thing. It's just the theme that's different. Although, having said that, I really don't know that much about Hell. If I got it and it turned out to be like a base building, base management, resource management thing, I wouldn't be at all surprised either. I just like the art and the sort of the selling point, so that was definitely a for me a bit of an impulse back. But yeah, I also don't know much about the mythology of Solomon Kane, to be fair, but the version Michael, I'm trying to remember, I played it with Michael at the Tabletop Gaming Lab. I'm trying to remember there was this sort of how the mechanisms worked for controlling your character. There was I remember there was different stats, and you had some card play going on, and the stats went up and down, and you wanted to avoid something. You had to manage the stats. That's all. The art for Hell is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. So let's hope that the game's actually decent. I'm gonna have to become like an adventure game review channel. I'll have played so many of them by the end of this. Be like, You've got 20 hours to spare, 40 hours to spare. Where do you put it in? What do you play? You know, should it be Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion?
Should it be Gehrman?
Or Journeys in Middle-earth? Well, yes, indeed. For someone who has all of Gehrman, I'm probably... I'm probably not the biggest advocate of it at the moment, but we'll see.
Well, let's see what you think of Jaws of the Lion after this playthrough. It's been a while, so let's see if you still enjoy it after our hiatus.
Yeah, can you pick it up and just go? How much do you remember about how to play? All right. So we've got everything set up here.
Now, if I work this out correctly, we're actually facing level 3 enemies now. Or maybe we, because we're both.
I've got us also on level 3, so it looks like we've managed to do that correctly.
Okay. So the first thing we always have to do is, because it's the last thing we always do. You're meant to do end of a session, but we skip. We leave it to the first thing to do. It's an exciting way to start. Is event, our random town event. What happened when we went to the pub after our last mission? So if you remember, our last mission was actually a side mission caused by the most recent event, and now we have a new event. So maybe we'll get another side mission. Maybe we won't do Beguiling sewers after all, and I'm gonna have to set up another scenario, which is super frustrating.
I have to try and remember which side of this is events we've encountered and events we haven't encountered.
You have been separating them, haven't you, I think?
Yes, I have been, but I think I've set up the divider that's a bit that's the wrong way around. So I think
I think we've only read about 10 or so. I think our memory will flag up if we get one we've had before.
I've put this on the more intuitive side. Okay, I've drawn one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I've drawn number 1. If you want to find it in your own deck.
Oh, that's right. I'll listen.
All right, go. There's a saying: mess with the sleeping lion, and you'll get the jaws. Today's one of those days where you earn that drink discount. You knock on the door of Zane, an orchid who switched from providing assurances to providing excuses. He opens up to let... He opens up and you let him know that it's time to settle his tab. Ah, come on! He sent the jaws? Right, okay, problem is, you're a day early. I've got a lot of gold coming my way. Huge haul on some bets. Guaranteed money. You notice some packed bags inside the doorway. Zane speaks up. Oh, that's nothing. It's just a plan B, no big deal. Don't need that anymore. I'm rolling in cash. Or at least, I will be tomorrow. Heck, I'd even be willing to toss you something for the delay. Option A, not buying it. Pay up now. Option B, a little trust goes a long way. Come back tomorrow.
I've gone through my mental process, so I can speak first. Or if you haven't gone through your process, you're worried it'll sway you. You can speak first.
I feel like I feel like Marcella and Gehrman are. See how I remembered our names? I'm doing well. Are largely in sync. So let me. What I will say.
They're not 100% in sync, but they're.
Well, actually, interestingly. So here's my take on it. I'll tell you what. I'll give you my take, and then you tell me if I'm right or not. So actually, I was thinking, because Marcella, I think, goes for not buying it, pay up now, because of her her hardships at the hands of her fellow man, right? The scarring because she's sort of a wonky magician. She's not well liked in the community. And actually, I was thinking Gehrman would probably also not have been so charitable, but now I'm thinking he doesn't like to pick a fight if he doesn't have to, right? So maybe he would go for option B.
Gehrman doesn't want to pick a fight, doesn't have to. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, right. He's sort of like a bit sort of like, I don't want to cause trouble if I don't need to.
It's not, yeah, but it's more. So Gehrman would also pick A. but not because. But so the reason it's not because it's not so much that Gehrman doesn't want to have a fight. That he doesn't have to have. Gehrman doesn't want to go. Gehrman just wants his route A always, or easier. You know, the quickest, simplest path, Occam's razor style, quickest, simplest path to the solution. And even though this might be antagonistic, it's still the quickest and simplest solution, rather than having to come back. And there's lots of ifs and maybes and what ifs. So it's not that he tries to avoid fights; it's that he tries to avoid complications. And if a fight avoids complication, then he'll do the fight. Now, as a player, I almost feel that they want it. The B is going to be the one that's more beneficial.
Well, I was about to say, one thing that has happened in between our last play session in December and now is that I've been playing a lot of Guildmaster, which is the non-campaign version of the Gloomhaven video game. So, you know, they promised to deliver the Gloomhaven OG campaign to the video game at some point, but they haven't yet. So they've done this thing called Guildmaster, which is essentially a bunch of sort of loosely linked random scenarios where you pick from the original heroes and you just wander around playing that game. And so there is an encounter system in that where you come across the encounters as you go through it. And so I have been doing that, and I can honestly say, Childress's writing, it tends to pretty much fall along these very simple guidelines. You know, if you act evilly, you'll gain some kind of item or financial benefit and probably also a curse in your deck, or you'll be disarmed or something. Whereas if you act good, you'll probably gain a blessing or something, but no actual tangible benefit, you know? So it's like, it's not complicated. So I reckon by being mean, we might get some money now and possibly also a curse or something. If we were charitable, we probably won't get any money, or maybe we'll just get, a blessing, and then that's it, something like that. You know what I mean?
It's possible. It's possible that giving him more time means he runs away and it generates a side quest or something where you have to go find him. But probably not. I mean, my character definitely wants him to pay out now. So I think it is what it is, unfortunately. I think chat agreed, although they've disappeared now.
I'm just catching up on chat here. So, Alessandro, welcome to the chat. Welcome back to Gloomhaven. Thanks for joining us. To Die For Gaming says he's just finished collecting Massive Darkness. Trying to get them all was a pain in the butt. Well, To Die For Gaming, don't go watch my Massive Darkness series and enjoy your new collection. Alright. So here we go. Let's find out what happens. So we went with option A. You shake Zane down for whatever he's got on him. He whines about not having the gold, but you gather enough to pay most of his debt. To make up the difference, you help yourself to a trinket on your way out. It might be useful, or you could just pawn it for drinking money. Gain the Oak Charm, item 26. I just had a quick little peek at the other option there, and I guess I was maybe a little too critical of Isaac's writing, because it wasn't quite what I predicted.
Did we make the right choice, do you reckon?
I think we made the right choice, Chris, because we played in line with our characters. Our characters. Things. Ooh, this is an item we haven't actually unlocked yet.
No, this is nice.
Let me have a look. Shiny, shiny loot. Shiny, shiny loot.
I haven't gotten out, actually. I haven't gotten out evil items.
Actually, yeah, I should leave some of these out. Leave out the ones we've acquired. Because we're going to visit the shop, I presume. At some point.
We can visit the shop now, actually, yeah.
So I've acquired the Oak Charm. During your turn, perform a Bless, range 5 action. Okay, so this allows you to basically just pop a Bless out.
Once per
dungeon, essentially.
Scenario. I think I'm pretty sure I have more items than you. I have you. You have the weathered boots, the chain armor, the stamina potion, and a mana potion. Is that correct?
Yes. I've got 5 items.
What's your fifth item? 'Cause I haven't somehow haven't
Heater
gotten it.
shield, weathered boots, chain armor, mana potion, stamina potion. And
Maybe I just never.
I've also got you with 5 as well.
Yeah, I've got 5.
But what I haven't got is you having a second bag item. So you're the only one that can carry this. And I was going to suggest you take it anyway, because your initiative tends to be higher than mine. And this is the kind of thing you probably want to use, you know, in a pinch right before doing, say, an attack or something.
And also, you have a lot of support. You have a lot of giving people blessings, whereas I don't.
That lot of good it does. I spaff out curses and blessings, and it doesn't matter. It never comes up. Hey, Rory, thanks for joining in. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope everyone's doing well. And you're all having an okay week. And Eddie, I hope you're feeling better soon, man. Fingers crossed. Remember, just rest up. Maybe put a heat pack on it or something. You'll be alright. Take it easy.
Cool, I got a nice amount of that. That's nice. So I don't particularly want to go to the shop. I only have 35 money, which isn't really. I mean, I could buy something with it, but I don't really have any. Well,
It looks like here I have 43 gold.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I would buy. I don't have any headgear.
I do, and I've got the only thing I think I can take is feet gear.
Pizzas.
You could buy an amulet of life.
During your turn, perform a heal 1 self action. Yeah. Oh yeah, the robes of evocation as well. That's I think the robes of evocation are not as useful for me as they are for someone who has a lot of sort of multiple attack things. It doesn't really go with my Void Warden's sort of whole thing. There's the Amulet of Life anyway.
How many bag items can we have? Is it per
I feel like it's 1 plus half your level rounded down. No, that can't be right. No, half your level rounded down then. That's my guess. Because I think we can have 2 at the moment.
Are they called items, or are they called... Here we go, items. Slot restrictions. Here we go. So you can have one head, 1 body, 1 feet, 2 hand, and a number of small items equal to half their level rounded up. So that means we have 3 up. Yes, you could actually have this charm if you would like.
I don't know. I think it makes more sense for you to have it. You've also only got 1 bag item, so.
Sure. I'm thinking I'm actually going to grab these comfortable shoes. I really like the fact that they're passive. It just makes your basic movement action becomes 3 instead of 2.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm just having a quick look at my cards to see how often do I need to do that.
Oh my god, Chris, there's only 1 in stock. If you buy this, I can't have it. Even though I've already got some boots. It's fine.
Well, you can buy it if you want. Because I can just have your hand-me-downs if you buy anyway, so...
it doesn't really make any odds to me. I don't think. I think it's probably fine. Don't I have quite good movement? I can't remember.
Yeah, I've got pretty decent movement, but the other thing I have is a lot of bottom halves of my cards, which are one-shots. Like a lot. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 40% of my bottom half of my cards are one-shots. So I think I end up using them as basic movements, semi-regularly.
The problem I've got is that I've actually only got 2 cards in my deck that aren't half one-shot. I've got 4 bottom one-shots, And then out of the 4 bottom one-shots, like, there are also 5 top one-shots.
Yeah.
Which is annoying.
I'm gonna do... That costs 30 gold, I'm down to 5 gold.
Okay. Oh, I forgot a pencil. I always forget the pencil. Oh, gotta find a pencil now.
It's the Chris Show, while Mike is crawling on the floor. He forgot that his camera zooms out now, we can see him crawling on the floor. Thank God he's wearing pants after all.
I forgot I wouldn't be
Alright, I have done my shopping.
As you can see, I apparently don't believe in pencil erasers. Savage.
I've been doing the same thing, but far more neatly, so I've still got space left on everything.
It's alright, when I run out of space, I'll find a pencil eraser. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna buy anything. I'm just having a quick look at the potions, because I've learned that potions are fantastic. See, even the healing potion's really good, and if I have one more spot, you know?
I'm just making absolutely sure I'm happy with the 10 cards I'm bringing into this scenario.
Do you know what? I'll leave it for now. Keep a pencil in the jaws of the lion box. Well, that's a good idea, Eddie. That sounds like something a smart person would do.
Oh god. So hard to pick cards you want, the more cards you get.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it's so hard.
I think I might just keep the same ones I had last time.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
like, why did I take these out? But there is a reason for it.
Well, I'm thinking I'm going to keep the ones I had last time just because I don't exactly remember. I feel like I need to play again before I'm going to remember how to build this deck. Do you know what I mean? It's been such a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And if I start reconfiguring my deck now, I'm going to be like... The problem is the other character I've been playing is sort of vaguely like the Void Warden, but not quite the same. In fact, it's really quite different in terms of how it actually plays, but in terms of just sort of theme, it's another sort of wizardy type character. It deals with magic. Alessandra says, I wonder if there's an app to keep track of the progress. There probably is a Gloomhaven like friend app, but you don't need it because you got pads. You know, and if you really ruin the pad, you can just take off the top sheet. There's literally like enough pads here to play through the Void Warden like 4 or 5 times. You're never going to do that.
There's an app that does all the enemy decks and everything.
Ah.
But I don't. Yeah, I'm just.
I don't need any more apps in my life right now. The exception of the Etherfield's website, that one, that's sort of an app is super useful. But generally speaking, the fewer apps, the happier I am right now because I've got plenty enough apps.
Oh, there is one card I kind of would like to take. Anyway, we should probably read the introduction to the next scenario.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll read the introduction, then when I'm done, you tell me what's in your deck just so I can find your cards. Because I feel I've just put, looks like I've just put everything you've got into one massive deck. And then, I need a pencil tracking app. I do, Eddie. Do you know a good one? Okay. The introduction to the story is this. I mean, the very first thing it says is, I can't show you guys the book because I set it up already, but the Beguiling Sewers. So we find ourselves here in the Beguiling sewers. Goal: destroy the pillars. The Travelers District, where the wealthiest merchants of the city live in their giant estates, is certainly the nicest part of Gloomhaven. You were skeptical that an area policed so heavily by the city guard would be a breeding ground for cultists. But as the captain said, the guards rarely patrol the sewers, so it's possible something untoward is happening down there. Now, listen, I'm just saying, I was promised beguilement, and I'm expecting beguilement. And in a minute I'm going to read the exact definition of beguilement. But I'm pretty sure it means to be seduced or taken in by something attractive or appealing in a way that is not honest. But we'll find out. That's the definition I have at the back of my mind. When you enter, you are surprised at how immaculate the tunnels are. Something is off. Sewers shouldn't be this clean, and you feel a strange energy emanating from the pillars in this room. Looking closely by torchlight, you see small circular runes inscribed all over them. Some trickery is definitely at work, and the only thing you can think to do is smash the pillars and uncover what is really going on. Ah, there we go.
The only thing to do is smash the pillars.
Smash the pillars to uncover what is really going on.
I feel like we've had a lapse in judgment here.
Yeah, well, hopefully they're decorative and not load-bearing.
That's exactly what I was thinking. They look like they're supporting the roof of this sewer.
I hope you've got resistance to crushing damage. Special rules. The objectives are pillars. Each one has I plus L times C hit points.
1 plus L.
So 1 plus level times characters. So 10 hit points, right? Each time...
No, the level is 3. Scenario level is 3.
Yes, the scenario level. I was thinking of character level. So that's 8 then.
8. Yeah.
Each time after they are attacked, the attacker suffers level divided by 2 plus 1 rounded up damage. I'd forgotten all this wonderful math. It's just not present in the app. In the Gloomhaven Steam app.
Level divided by 2 plus 1 is 3 divided by 2 is 1.5 plus 1 is 2.5 rounded up to 3.
Yeah, 3 damage. So they have 8 hit points. When you attack them, you suffer 3 damage, probably crushing damage. When either of the left 2 pillars are destroyed, spawn a living corpse in A. Normal for 2 characters. When either of the right 2 pillars are destroyed, spawn a living corpse at B. When all the pillars are destroyed, read number 1. Okay, so a total of 4 living corpses potentially appearing here.
So we're actually not going to have any enemies at the very start. That's interesting.
True. What we want here is big hits, right? Because if we do lots of sort of like little damage, we're just going to wind up taking a ton of damage ourselves. You know,
Precisely.
I only have 10 hit points, which is, you know, at best 4 hits on the pillar. Now I'm wishing I bought that healing potion or amulet of life.
You have heals though, don't you?
Do I? I don't know what I've got in this deck.
I think you have some. Yeah, you've got heals, unless you haven't taken them.
Yeah, unless I took them all out for the gauntlet. No, I've got some heals. I've got that weird combo where I heal and poison, and then remove the poison to bless you.
So can my favorite axe attach to a pillar?
I mean, you know, thematically, I don't see why not. If it's sharp enough.
Doesn't it count as an enemy? I can't remember how objectives work. You look up the word objective.
I don't think it does, but
you can target them, but yeah.
Oh, I can disarm the pillars. Does that mean that they can't do damage to us?
I have a feeling you can't just hang. Objective hexes are surrounded by a yellow border on the scenario map. Objectives cannot be moved through unless the movement is modified by jump. Objectives are always important to the goal of the scenario and must be destroyed or protected. Either way, they will have a maximum hit point defined by the scenario's rules. This value, blah blah blah. When objective's current hit point, blah 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 blah. Objective hex containing a destruction to doesn't. Objectives are not obstacles. That's all it says.
So that means you can move through them?
No, it says you can't unless you jump.
I like the imagery of us trying to jump over one of these pillars and just hitting our heads on the ceiling.
Yeah. What's an enemy then? Because my axe goes into enemies. I don't know the answer to this question.
Presumably an enemy is I don't know, anything with a behavior deck.
A figure's enemy is another figure that is fighting on the opposite side of the battle. Enemy does not universally refer to monster, but rather is defined by the context of the card. For instance, if enemy is referenced on a monster ability, it is referring to an enemy of the monster. Yeah, obviously. I don't know if I can. I don't see why I can't. Because on my favorite axe it says,
Well, I think the argument to be made is that the objectives are not figures.
It's a bit. Place the axe on this card. You may add +3 attack, wound, and push 1 to any of your ranged attacks by moving this token from this card. To the target after the attack ability is resolved. Yes, it's target, not enemy. If I can.
That's on the favorite. Didn't you get an upgraded version of this anyway?
Yeah.
Or is the favorite is the upgraded version?
Yeah. Yeah, it does +3. It's the new favorite. The new favorite is it's called my level 5 card. It does +3 damage and it wounds and it pushes.
Yeah, it says target. It also says when the target dies. Presumably, in this case, the target is destroyed.
Yeah. I'd have to go and loot it.
New favorite.
We'll see. I probably won't use it. We'll see.
What cards did you take in the end? New favorite?
New favorite. Do you want do you have them all in front of you?
Yep.
Should I list them in?
Yeah, just start listening.
Retrieval.
Yep.
Overwatch.
Yep.
Ricochet.
Yep.
Follow through.
Yep.
Close cuts.
Yep.
Fearsome efficiency.
Ooh. Yep.
Stopping power.
Yes.
Power pitch. And double throw.
Got it. Cool.
Cool. Alright, ready when you are.
Okay, I've got those there, and we can have a look at those on camera if we need to. Okay. Right. Where do you want to deploy?
It doesn't even matter, does it? I think we both deploy on one side or the other. We just start wrecking stuff as quick as we can.
Well, the issue I've got is that if you remember how my deck works, I don't really have a lot of direct attacks, which is going to be a problem for you, because it means that, I mean, once we spawn a zombie, it will be easier, because I can take control of them. But until I can take control of them, really, I can only channel my attacks through you. I don't know who takes the damage in that scenario.
If I attack 2 pillars with 1 attack action, do I take 6 damage or 3 damage?
Objectives are the objectives are pillars. Each one has hit points, and each time after they are attacked, the attacker suffers damage. I would argue that it's per attack keyword. So, for example, if your card says attack, then attack again, yes. But if your card says attack target 2, then no.
Yeah, and I have both types in my deck.
Yeah. So one is 2 attacks, and one is a single attack with multiple targets.
Yeah, I think that's actually. Yeah, I think you're spot on with that. Actually, yeah, that sounds right to me. They have 8 health. So the question is, do we want? I mean, it seems in a weird way, the most efficient thing is actually just to fly out with my 1-shot attack straight away to the pillars. right? Because I don't want to take bunch of damage because I'm hitting them really slowly. Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, I mean, I've also got this like, I've got this one-shot attack that allows you to do 7 damage, but then you take 2 damage, and then you take another 3 damage, right? So it's kind of like, ugh, I should take more, because all my attacks are so low in damage. I really should have taken more healing. Although I don't have bad heals, I actually have reasonable heals.
I think we just need to start wrecking this stuff as quick as possible, and then use big one-shot attacks on the pillars, and then use more, use our smaller.
Well, the quicker we can get one pillar destroyed, the easier my life will be, because we'll spawn a zombie, and I can take control of him and have him attack pillars, and that's double efficiency, because he'll do damage and take damage. That's key.
Yeah. You manipulating is going to be key in this scenario.
So we should focus down the same pillar.
Yeah, I think let's just double fire one pillar, just get it absolutely wrecked straight away. Yeah. Okay. So I could use my favorite token in one shot at pillar.
Okay, well, why don't we start then? And this is going to be a little, if.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just to interrupt you one moment because I just broke.
Woo! Another, I'd just like to say this stream is not sponsored by Sky, who are completely unsupportive of my efforts here. Sky, I pay for a service, man. Come on.
But Sky, if you want to sponsor us, then please just be aware that you'll pay us lots of money, and we will still not speak highly of you. I also have
what calls them like we sees him, man.
I'm not.
They're terrible. They're really terrible.
But I had Virgin in the last place I lived, and I also hated them. That's why I switched to Sky when I moved. Internet. At least we have it, I guess.
Yeah, this is true. There are plenty of places.
Before we left, I was just saying that we need to remember to be careful not to do what I just did and speak very clearly about what our plans are.
I agree. I'd actually, to an extent, I did remember the rule. What I couldn't remember was the actual trigger where we build our decks. Are we supposed to build our decks before picking a scenario or after reading the introduction?
I can't remember.
Because if it's the latter, we probably could talk sort of freely about our strategy as we're building the decks, and then once the sort of the deployment happens and the turns officially start, we'll probably have to then start obeying the communication rule. Whereas if we're supposed to build the decks before even looking at the pages, then yeah, oops.
I think you are. I don't think you're allowed to know what's coming in a scenario when you build it.
But then how can you strategically pick cards?
The next time, I guess, when you replay it.
It's true.
Yeah,
there is it's funny in Guildmaster in the app where because it gives you some information ahead of time, but not all of it. So you can sort of build your deck around what might be coming, but it tells you like the overall objective, or at least a bit of flavor text highlighting the objective, and it also tells you what enemies you're going to face, and that's it. Obviously, you can't really do that in the Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion because you can't open the page without seeing the whole map. So you just you couldn't do that. Anyway, yes, we're all back. Sorry about that, and we're ready to go. So we've got our plan worked out. So I'm thinking.
I picked my tutor.
if our deployment zone is north, I'm thinking we probably want to start far east.
Sure. Yeah, both of us east, yeah?
Yep.
Do you want to start even further east than me?
Well, I'm thinking we should target far east as well, right? That would make...
Yeah, it makes no... there is one benefit, actually, to target someone even closer, which is that I can retrieve my favorite axe more easily. Otherwise, I have to trek all the way over there.
I'm just thinking for later when I'm going to engage in my Voidwalker Voodoo, it's easier for me if the enemy's closer to the target. That's too specific. Potentially.
So, I want to destroy the one closer for my ease, and you want to destroy the one further for your ease.
But whose ease is greater is the question.
I have range, so I can probably make it work somehow. Let me start in that case. I'll destroy the one further east. Let me start in the eastmost spawn point, please.
In the eastmost spawn point. You got it.
And I'm ready to go.
I just need to... Yeah.
This is one of those, well, all Gloomhaven scenarios are time-based because of the way the deck works, but this is very much a race against time to destroy these pillars.
In what sense? Because... oh, do you mean because we'll burn through our actual decks?
Yeah. Oh, Jay, thank you very much. We did not. We need to do that.
Ooh, yes.
Battle gold.
Hey, David. Glad to hear you managed to get your hands on a copy of the game as well. I hope that you will enjoy it, as we are.
Okay, I've dealt myself two. I will have a look at them. That seems unlikely. Well, god damn it.
You're going to share them on your other camera?
Yeah.
So I'll just bring that up.
Yeah, so...
There you go.
Are you in the overhead cam?
I mean, yeah, your second camera, but not. I'm not looking.
Oh, I don't know where this camera is. Hang on. I'm having to use the stream to watch this. There we go. Okay. So that was the first one I drew, and I was like, oh, well, that's really unfortunate based on, oh my god, why is this so hard? This is so hard, I'm not in real time. I thought that's a really unfortunate one to have drawn based on what I purchased, and I don't think I'll be able to do that very easily. But then I drew this one, and I'm definitely not going to be able to do this one. Come on, stream, catch up. I mean, I can see I can't do this one, so I guess I'm going to take the first one. But let Mike know if we somehow pick the same one. It doesn't seem very likely. David, I massively prefer Jaws of the Lion. I find original Gloomhaven incredibly tedious to get to the table, and I was kind of put off it at the very start by the way it just throws you in the deep end. I liked the fact that the first 5 scenarios in Jaws of the Lion act as a tutorial. And whilst having, once I finish Jaws of the Lion, I'd probably be in a better place to go and play the original Gloomhaven. But I'm also I kind of feel that once I've played the 40 odd scenarios in Jaws of the Lion, I'm probably going to be done. That's a lot of Gloomhaven to have played. I don't know if I want to do it.
More like 20, 25.
Well, it's still a lot, right? That's a lot of Gloomhaven.
But there's whole mechanisms in the OG that you don't get to do in this one.
Yes,
Citing new mechanisms.
I would like to. I'd like to play with some of those mechanisms. I don't know if I want to like go through the whole rigmarole of another 100 scenarios to be able to enjoy them. But I definitely prefer Jaws of the Lion. I think that's just the ease of entry. I think Jaws. I think it's shocking that Jaws of the Lion came out second, because the original Gloomhaven doesn't have a tutorial really, and it's a bit overwhelming, and it's too big, and it's too much stuff. I think it feels weird that the original was the original. I did back Frosthaven, yes. I don't know why. But that's the thing. I'm more likely to jump into Frosthaven off of the back of this than I am to go back to Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven is large. I've only played the first 3 scenarios of Gloomhaven. Well, I have played the first scenario about 5 times with different groups.
Well, I would. I think a huge part of the. So I've basically got all excited for Gloomhaven and setting it up and all of those kinds of things, and I never actually played my copy at all, and I would love to play it. I'm only aware of some of the mechanisms that unlock later in the game from the Guildmaster situation, but I would be intrigued to play some more of it. I think that of the sort of the fundamental basics of Gloomhaven play, you get everything that is required for an enjoyable experience in Jaws of the Lion, and it's more accessible, it's more easy. I think the plot is easy to get into, and I think the plot is meted out at a much better rate in this game. I suspect. I don't know about OG because I don't know what the plot is, because I only played the first scenario with Chris one time. But I think that because this version's much more condensed, it's going to probably move ahead at a faster pace, or maybe be a bit more plot driven with less side quests, which is good. I think that's probably required. I think there probably is maybe a few too many scenarios in Gloomhaven, but I know that one thing people really like about it is the mechanism for retiring your characters and unlocking additional content by retiring a character and picking up a new one, which is something I'd be interested in exploring. I do like as well that there's a much larger number of enemies in Gloomhaven OG, including much more variety. For example, flying enemies is just not something you see in Jaws of the Lion, that I know are a big part of Gloomhaven OG. It's not a major mechanic. They move over obstacles and things, it's kind of like permanent jump. It's not like a big deal, but it just the wider variety, I think, just makes the puzzle more compelling over the long term, right?
But there are like 60 tiles, and you have to fish through the tile to set the dungeon, and it drives me insane.
100%. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I find it annoying doing it in Cthulhu Death May Die, and that has 15 tiles. So, there is that, and I think that Childress was I know he's working on a dungeon book like this for Frosthaven. I don't know if it's actually something he's committed to providing yet. I think he was working on one for OG as well that you could pick up as a subsequent thing. I don't know if he's committed to providing that or if he's going to be able to realize it, but I think that the book just knocks a huge amount of time off of setup and would be an enormous boon to Gloomhaven OG, because ultimately you just want to get to the puzzle and enjoying the puzzle as fast as possible. And I have the broken token insert for Gloomhaven as well to mitigate setup as much as possible, and I would love to have the book as well. That's it, David. The long game, the setup. John Ward says, it's fun to retire and change the dynamic. Just retired a big ranged damage guy for a control type character, and it really changed how the two characters on our team play. Yeah, I think, we, going through Guildmaster, my buddy didn't like his character, so he didn't retire that character. I don't know if there is a retirement mechanism in Guildmaster. We haven't got that far yet. But they just stopped playing it and swapped in another character, which is something you can do in that game, apparently. I don't know if that's actually in the rules of Gloomhaven as well, or if you're committed to that character you chose for the whole game, but I would imagine not, because players are allowed to just drop in and out.
There is nothing stopping us in theory, just jumping over to one of the other characters and just making them level 5. Mm-hmm. I mean, we could,
But I think the main difference between swapping and retiring is that retirement is more like a forced swap, but it comes with mechanisms to sort of involve that character's function or role so far in the game into the game in some way, right? Oh, what was that?
Yeah. And when you get a new, because Gloomhaven itself, the town levels up, I know, in the base version. And when you get a new character, they enter at the level that Gloomhaven's at, so you don't start again at level 1 with your new character.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. See, so there's all these kinds of cool mechanisms in Gloomhaven OG that I would love to sort of check out and discover. But yeah, the setup and teardown could be a major put-off point. So.
Have you picked your cards for this first turn?
No, I have to do my battle goal. So tell me if I'm doing the same one as
yes.
Chris. Chris, look away. Alright, here we go. So this one was the second one I picked, but this is also impossible, so I'm curious about whether or not it's the same one Chris had that was impossible. But, I mean, I assume it's impossible unless something major changes in this game. So I'm not going to take that, which means I am going to take this one here. So I'm just gonna have to try to generate this scenario. Let's see if I can pan it out. All right.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna achieve mine.
I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe.
I nearly saw yours because of the.
John Ward's like,
Not
I just
lag.
got here an hour into the stream and thought I'd missed the game. No, John. No, we're right about on time for starting.
First turn is about to take place.
You've picked your cards then, right, Chris?
I've picked my cards, yeah. I'm ready to go. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
My first turn. I think it makes a lot of sense. And you should be proud of me.
Oh, I'm always proud of you, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, options. Okay.
Yeah, so we need to destroy these pillars in as few shots as possible. I have 14 health at least, so I can take a bit of damage from the pillars. That's another battle goal that would have been next to impossible. Don't take any damage.
Okay, let's see if we go over here to this scene. Yeah, it still functions correctly. Cool.
Excellent.
I'll just quickly shift this one over a little bit. So there we go. Look at that.
Let me move mine slightly to the right, is it?
You don't need to have... I moved your screen around a bit. Well, there we go.
Oh.
It's even better now. All right, everybody ready? Here we go.
And
To reveal our master plan.
flip.
Oh, I've put mine the wrong way around
Initiative.
again. Oh, never mind. I don't think it'll matter this time.
I'm at initiative 50.
And well, it is technically the top card, and we're looking at the bottom card there. So I'm also at initiative 15, actually.
So when you put them face down, it's the bottom card. So when you flip them, it's going to be top
Yeah,
card.
it should be. So I've legitimately done that wrong, but I will remember from now on. In the app, it's
Cool.
just the first one
So
you
what-
click.
So I'm initiative 15. So I'm playing the top half. Of,
Well, we're actually both
Oh,
initiative 15, Chris. So what breaks the tie again? I've forgotten.
I'm an idiot.
What?
I forgot how the game works. I'm such an idiot. It's so annoying.
What have you done?
I forgot that I can't use the top half of both cards.
I feel like this happens quite a lot during these streams.
I don't think it happens to me very often. I really don't. But it did just now. So, well, look, I gotta live with it. You know what? I can make this work. It's fine. I'll just take an extra. It's actually fine. It means I'll get something out of this card before I throw it away for the one shot. Did Chris mean to play the bottom attack? Shut up, John. Yeah, I messed up entirely. I meant my intention was to play the favorite, and then make a strength 9 attack and insta-give a pillar, but that's not happening. So instead, I'll still put the favorite in play so I can insta-give next turn. Put that in my perpetual card slot. I'll have to use the bottom half of Power Pitch, but that's okay. That means I can move. I'll move 1 space forward up to 3, and I'll generate wind magic.
Okay, so
which might be useful. Right, who knows? But I'm using the So, but that's good. That means that means next turn I'll be able to throw the axe and instantly retrieve it. So that's not the end of the world, actually. Luckily, I do have a second one, strength 6 insta-give attack. I also gain 2 experience for putting the new favorite into play. So I'm sorry, I possibly wasted your first turn now. I'd forgotten I couldn't play the favorite and also use it immediately on the same turn.
that's okay. I'm just fixing something here. A little technical thing I learned about this game since we last played. So I just noticed that this was having an effect on the cameras. So I'm just fixing it while you were going through your process there. But
yeah. So you just need to move me 1 space to the southeast when you get a chance.
So there we go. So you've not actually done an attack.
No.
But you've put your favorite into the pillar?
No, the favorite's in my active slot.
Okay. Along with the new favorite card. But the new favorite card is in your active slot.
The new favorite is the new favorite is the card that's in my active slot.
Got it.
And Power Pitch is now my discard, having used the bottom half.
Got it.
That's deeply upsetting. I messed up big time.
Never mind. I'm gonna make your life easier, I guess. This card, Signs of the Void, I played just for basic movement on the bottom because I didn't want to use any of my other cards up yet. And this one I think is the least useful currently. So that one's discarded to move 2. I'm going to move southeast and then directly south. So I'm between you and the pillar in the middle right.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'm just playing my shittest and only direct attack, which is Turn Out the Lights. It's attack to range 3, and I'm targeting the far right pillar. It's not a great attack, but I'll soften it up.
I wouldn't. You're going to take 3 damage for that.
Yeah, but also it's like, it's the only useful thing I can do right now. And
but I'm going to one-shot it next turn.
I have like a heal that targets 2, so I can probably heal myself. You're going to one-shot it next turn? For sure?
Well, yes, unless I miss. I guess I'm trying to see if you doing that would make it easier for me. Could I use a smaller attack and then save my bigger attack? How much damage are you looking to do? 2, likely 2
with the modifier, yeah. Whatever. I mean, I think my modifier deck's pretty good. I actually think that the perks in this game are better than the perks in OG, so the deck's actually better than the OG decks typically.
You know what? I'm okay with you doing it. You might get me in a situation where I can use a smaller attack to kill that pillar.
I mean, because otherwise I'd start on the pillar closer to me in preparation for destroying that in the future, but, you know.
Yeah, well, I've got an attack which is boosted with wind magic, which I just generated because of my mistake. So I could potentially turn that mistake into a nice little benefit. So yeah, let's do this. Do it. I like it.
All right. So Turn Out the Lights is discarded. Attack 2 against our arch nemesis, the pillar. I drew a +0, so that's fine. 2 damage. Where are my tokens? Oh, come on, tokens. I'm just gonna... Oh, that's a 3. I guess I'm just putting the damage onto the actual pillar.
That's what I've done.
Alright, cool. There we go. 2 of 8. And then I take 3 damage. Womp womp. And that's it. That's the end of the round. Nothing else happens. Well, now it's... Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
This should work fine. I think we're going to have to destroy at least one pillar with smaller attacks. So it's okay, I think, too, for you to have taken damage there. You're down to 7 health now. It's insane.
Yep. Follow-up question.
Yeah?
Do you think you're going to be able to destroy that pillar?
Unless I get rotten luck with my deck. But so I've picked my cards already. But for jolly bad luck. I think there's only a handful of cards that would
Sounds like Deborah's still doing a bit of spring cleaning.
I think she's cooking.
Alright, bear with me here. I'm just having a... So did we decide that pillars are enemies or no?
No, I don't think so. You can't control them and make them attack each other, if that's what you're wondering.
Can I control the pillars and make the pillars attack one another? No, actually I hadn't considered that, but that would be amazing.
Like he's trying to make the door jealous. Oh, the door from Nemesis.
The doors, yeah, exactly. The I actually was going to make that joke, Eddie, and I just forgot. But he's right. All right, cool. Because everyone knows the doors are my arch nemesis in the game Nemesis. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, flip.
40.
72.
Yeah, I can...
You get to go first. Nice. I've also got 83.
Okay. So, I've got a top half. I've managed to remember the rules of the game this time. You'd be pleased to know. So I'm going to use the top half of Overwatch, which is attack 3 at range 4. I'm going to add in the favorite axe, which makes it attack 6 at range 4. I'm then going to exhaust the wind magic, which is now waning, to make it attack 7, range 5, and I gain 1 experience. And Skimble, you may not come onto the base. Skimble, no. You're very sweet.
Cat does not care.
Problem is, if I pick him up, he'll instinctively grip with his claws, and he'll wreck the base.
Yeah. He didn't actually want to be over there on the right. He wants to be on the left.
Good boy. Good. Okay, you can lie down there. Even though that's where your brother usually goes. That's the only reason you want it, isn't it? Sorry, right, so it is strength 7. Because the magic and the axe. So yeah, I can get a -2 and it's still dead. Oh no, so I can get a -1 and it's still dead. So it's only a -2 or a miss, or okay. You ready for my modifier card? I move them slightly over here. Is that good there? Where it is?
That's all good.
All right, here we go. Hey, 2x.
The pillar is completely destroyed, bringing down the roof with it.
14 damage. I actually it has 16 damage. I have to destroy it twice now. No, Skimble, stay where you are, please. Good boy. Skimble.
Oh god, double cat camera. Oh god. Where's the camera? Cat. Cat butt, cat butt. Alright, so the pillar is destroyed. And Chris, did you use your second action yet, or is that just one?
Oh. No, so the second action is to move one space towards the destroy pillar and loot one, meaning I get the axe back. And it goes back onto my favorite card.
Did you move southeast?
Yes, southeast is toward one space towards the destroy pillar, and then loot one to get the axe back.
I don't know what these tokens are, but I'm just going to put... Oh, I don't know what these tokens are, but I'm just going to put one of these on the pillar to show that it's been destroyed.
You meant to use these ones here.
Oh, which ones? Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I had. Okay, and then I guess we're going to spawn a Zombo.
Oh, yes. Let me know which number you get.
We got number...
Right.
5.
Is it a regular?
It's a regular. It's only elite if there's 3 players.
Okay. Oh, well, this is a corpse.
Yeah, living corpse.
Oh, yeah.
I called it a Zombo.
Was it 4 or 5, you said?
Huh?
Was it 4 or 5?
5.
Cool. He's not usually like this. Well, he is, but not here usually. He does this at the computer usually. Skimble, can you stop eating things? Chewing on the tripod now.
Yeah, the ultimate nemesis of the Jaws of the Lion.
He is the Jaws of the Lion. But yeah, so in all that chaos confusion, people might not have appreciated how brilliant a move that was. Where I used the favorite axe to destroy this and immediately got it back. So yes, I am brilliant at Gloomhaven. Bye, Skim. Okay, he's gone.
So I guess we're going to draw a behavior card for the living corpse now, right?
Hey, Eggers. Yes, absolutely correct. He's entered play, so he immediately gets a behavior card.
Yeah, fingers crossed he doesn't get move 1, attack 5.
Wait, no, hang on. Before you do that, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
When either of the left pillars are destroyed, spawn a living corpse. When either the right pillars are destroyed, spawn... Oh.
A living corpse. Yeah, the only thing that changes is the spawn point.
Oh, I thought one was a living corpse and one was a spirit.
No, I suspect that the spirits are not going to appear until we've destroyed all the pillars. In fact, the living spirits are probably going to be us after we're crushed by the falling roof.
Yeah, most likely. So, yes, you need a card in that case.
Indeed. Here we go. I mean, the goal is destroy all pillars. But I can't help but feel like, given there's an enemy type listed here that hasn't appeared, and doesn't appear until we read the text after destroying all the pillars, I guess that goal is going to change before the end of this mission. There's going to be a part 2. So what we've got here is move +0, attack +1, generate plants, poison, target all adjacent enemies. Oh, I don't like any of that. Where's our living corpse? Yeah, so he's got move 1, attack 5. God damn it. That's literally what I just said. It's called release gas.
Release gas, God's sake.
And he's faster than me. God damn it. I genuinely thought I'd be faster than him because...
They're so slow usually.
Yeah. Even with 72, I thought I'd be faster than him.
So he now moves +0, which is 1, directly north towards you.
Mm-hmm.
He attacks you for 5 damage.
Yeah. And he's got a... Oh, where have I got the monster modifier deck? Is this it? Yes.
I don't know.
God damn it. I can't believe I literally just said that. And he's gonna poison me. Jackass.
He's also generating green magic. Nature magic.
Cloud of methane.
Oh, don't worry, because you really didn't miss much. There's a lot of faffing about and chatting at the start.
So standard stream.
This is turn 2. Halfway through turn 2. Mike's about to get whacked in the face for 4 damage. Oh,
5, depending on the modifier. We'll see. Well, it's 5, and then there's a modifier. And the modifier is +1! So it's 6 damage.
You might want to lose a card.
So I can use the heater shield to prevent 1 damage and only take 5, but yeah, you might want to just burn a card.
You have chain armor as well, but yeah, I think you want to prefer a card.
So I'm probably going to burn Resigned Frenzy, because we decided that pillars are not enemies. So, I mean, I like the movement on this card. It's got move 4 at the bottom, which is nice, and attack 2 potentially. But at the top it says, force all enemies within range 3 to perform attack 2, targeting enemies of your choice adjacent to them. So unfortunately, this has no effect currently until there's multiple enemies. Even then I can't make them attack the pillar anyway. So I shall burn that card.
The question is then, do we want to kill this living corpse before we destroy another pillar, or do I want to destroy another pillar so that you have enemies to play off of each other?
Well, I've still got some cards that should allow me to manipulate the corpse, so maybe leave it for now. Because it's my turn. The first thing I'm going to do, actually, and again, this would have been great if I was going first, is to manipulate the movement of this enemy. So I can move him 1 space. And my intention was to put him next to the pillar here, which is directly south of the pillar for you, Chris, so that, you know, I could then force him to attack it, and he's not adjacent to me. If I'd gone a bit earlier, I could have even potentially moved him in such a way that he wouldn't have been able to attack me after his move, but that was just a bit of bad luck. Never mind. And then I'm just preparing Master Influencer, which is the ability that allows me to buff enemies using magic, and they get to use my modifier deck, so their attacks that I control are more powerful. And that gets me...
And that one doesn't have to target an enemy, that one can just target anything, can't it?
Well, it doesn't grant the attack, so I still need cards that grant attacks. But that will affect any attack that I grant enemies, and I do have some cards that don't target enemy, that don't force enemies to target enemies. And a bunch that do, so that's kind of a bummer, but never mind.
Because getting them to target the pillars is so good.
Yeah. So, Chris, I've not given you any experience, but you've got at least 2, right?
I have 3.
You have 3, cool. And you've taken 3 damage as well, so you're on 11 now?
Oh, I hadn't done that, but yes, you're quite right.
Right, we got Chris on 11 and 3. And I'm on 7 and 2. This is the current update on our Dealybop dial state of affairs.
Skimble is now sitting on. I'm watching the stream.
Hey, there was some good banter in there, hackers. Good bit of chat about Gloomhaven and also Mythic games.
But if you watch it at 2 times speed, it'll just be chipmunk voices.
Which, you know, you might prefer. But yeah, no need to catch up if you're here for the gameplay. Although, I don't know who watches our streams for the gameplay. I'm also poisoned, aren't I?
Yes, I have put a poison marker on you.
Ouch.
Now, what I can't remember about poison and wound is one of them, when you heal, you remove it instead of healing, and the other one, when you heal, you remove it in addition to healing. I can't remember.
Poison is instead of, wound is in addition to.
Okay. Welcome back, Skimble.
Yeah, Haggers, the banter isn't the same without you.
Without him sassing us. Yeah. Good boy. Skimble's just lying down now, so he will not be interfering, hopefully.
Actually, do I?
So, in general terms, how many enemies do you want on the board, roughly? Do you want more than one?
Do you know, I actually don't think I do have an enemy. A card that lets an enemy target these pillars.
Read me the wording on one of them.
I'll read you the wording on the one I actually just burnt. And I might even have another one. I think maybe for the gauntlet, I took a bunch of these control cards because I seem to have a lot of these control cards. Force all enemies within range 3 to perform attack 2, targeting enemies of your choice adjacent to them.
Do the objectives count as enemies for that purpose?
Force one enemy within range 3 to perform attack 3, range 3, targeting an enemy of your choice. You know? So a lot of these are phrased, pretty much exclusively phrased like that. So I guess I can't manipulate them into attacking these pillars, which means I'm going to be very...
Oh wait, hang on. In the how to play, when objectives first come up, objectives are considered to be enemies to characters and can be targeted by attacks, though objectives are unaffected by negative conditions, forced movements such as push and pull. So you can. They count as our enemies. So you can.
Very good. Well, then I shouldn't have burned Resign Frenzy, but never mind. It's too late to go back now.
No, it's not. You haven't done anything since then. That's the last thing you did. Oh, that's not true.
Well, no,
You just moved a guy.
I moved a guy.
You can totally change your mind what you burned now that you've remembered a new rule. Obviously. You haven't done anything that would make that backseat.
Okay, cool. I'm going to burn Give and Take instead then. Keep Resign Frenzy.
Okay, so with that knowledge, how many enemies do you want there to be on the board next time you play?
I mean, the more that are on the board, the more I can sort of manipulate them and make them do bonkers stuff. But, you know...
So, how do I say this in general terms without cheating? I can do a big thing. Do you want me to do a big thing? Hulk can smash.
Okay, I guess here's how I'm going to summarize then my response to that. Sounds good and very risky.
Why very risky? What? Okay. Sounds good. You said sounds good. What? What am I meant to do with that information? You just said sounds good, but very risky. With no further information, I can't. That's useless.
Okay, it's very risky. The payoff could be great, but it could go horribly wrong. Do it.
I was going to.
How fast are you going?
That's what I'm trying to determine. I'm not really sure what my second card is yet.
For me, faster would be better.
Yeah, that's usually the case. I think I'll probably do this actually, because this has a secondary benefit potentially.
Secrets.
Okay, let's play this. Yeah. Ready?
Okay. Well, let me just check in with you. Are you going very fast?
I'm going fast. It's
faster than you went in the last round? Is that cheating?
That's too much, I think.
Okay.
The way we usually talk about this is, I think it's, for me, it's kind of moderate speed. For you, it would be fast, but not very fast, but fast. But for me, it's actually moderate speed, I think, because I'm a fast character, right?
Okay, I think
So if
this
you
will
would
be...
take, so if you would take 50 as moderate, obviously, 'cause that's halfway. I'm saying I think this is moderate for me, but for you, it'd be fast, but not very fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I think I can tell you without.
I think
going...
I'm going quite fast for me, but it's generally slower than you.
I think we're probably in and around the same speed. Is the problem?
Oh my god! All right, well then let's just find out.
How important? Wait, no, stop. How important is it? I can go even fast. I can go even faster. Is it really important that I go before you? Like really important? I can make sure I go before you at almost no cost to me.
Then do it. I think...
Done.
Yeah.
Gotta go fast. I'm waiting for your count.
Where are we? Here we go. Oh wait, let me just... something's happened here. What happened here? There we go. Alright, you ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, flip him! So I'm 26.
25! Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, oh. Yes! You didn't cheat.
What was your more conservative speed?
39. Oh, that was tight. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Alright, so we can talk openly now.
Yep.
Are you happy for me to absolutely one-shot this guy? This pillar?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a shame, because if you one-shot the pillar, pretty much all I'm going to be doing is making... Well, no, actually, it's fine. Absolutely. One-shot the pillar. My whole plan is that there'll be 2 zombies.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Okay, I'm one-shot the pillar. So attack 6, range 4. Also, I can damage can spill over with this card, actually. So if I was to get the 2x on this one, I could also damage the corpse. So I'm going to modify, if you're ready.
Bear with me 2 seconds here. Bring up your... Go over here, actually. Yep, go for it.
Guy Pro Gaming, thanks for joining us. We'll hopefully catch you next time.
Ooh, chocolate for everyone. Nice. Sounds like a good priority.
Just to update, nature magic should be waning now, and this is I'm currently generating wind magic with this card.
I've updated magic accordingly.
I'm also getting 2 experience. I'm up to 5. Okay, here we go. Whoop. +1. So that is. Oh, sorry. I forgot to say. Obviously, I'm using the axe. That's why I got it back. So that's 6 + 3 is 9 + 1 is 10. It's dead.
So the axe is now stuck in the pillar, and the pillar is dead, and you take 3 damage.
Unfortunately, I take another 3 damage down to 8. And then I do have attack 2.
I didn't actually take a card for the living corpse. Oops.
Oh crap!
I
oh shit!
Presume it's not going to move before us.
Seems unlikely.
81. It's got move +1 attack. No, move -1 attack +1. So they're going to stand still and do an attack 5.
Is 81 higher or lower than 50?
Huh? What do you mean?
Numerically speaking. I'm only joking.
Is 81 higher or lower? Yeah, I totally understand that.
Can we stand on the pillar spaces?
I presume once they're destroyed, yes. Although I was thinking about how you would get your axe back if you couldn't.
because well, I have with the loot card, but obviously the loot card is
Yeah.
for the time being in my
Discard, yeah.
in my discard. I can move 2 spaces. I don't think I want to move southwest and be next to the 2 zombies. Do I?
So it's the zombie number 6 that's just spawned into that space.
Okay. Yeah, I assume I don't want to be next to them. I assume I want to go back behind you, right?
Seems reasonable to me. Just hide behind me. I am a great and mighty shield.
Yeah. So I'll attack 2 for nothing, and then move 2 over there. Okay. So I'm standing behind you, back on my original spawn point, and it's your turn.
Just focus on the camera. Bing bong. Okie dokie. So, with that, the living corpse is moving after me. So, neither of them have taken any damage, and they do have hit points. But also, if they don't move, they're not hitting me. So I'm not worried about that. So
they're moving 0. So yeah, you're okay.
So what I'm going to do first then is I've got this card here, which says 1 ally or enemy within range 3 may perform an attack 3, range 3, targeting an enemy of your choice. So I'm going to force zombie number 5 to pull an attack against the pillar on the west close spot. And I can spend this nature magic to add +1 damage and give it advantage. So I will do that.
Sweet. That's great.
So I spend the nature
So
magic.
how much damage is he doing basic?
He's doing 4 now. Plus he's got advantage.
The 3 + 1 modify with advantage. Excellent.
And so I've drawn ×2 and 1. So that's 6 damage on the pillar. 8 damage. 8 damage. The pillar's destroyed. Oh, that was maybe too much.
Too good.
Too good. Alright, I'm spawning another zombie. And don't forget that zombie number 5 takes 3 damage.
Oh, excellent. I had forgotten.
Okay, here we go. And the new zombie that spawned in space A is number 4. Or living
Probably
corpse.
more efficient than I thought we would so far.
Yeah, the pillars are proving actually sort of not all that problematic. It's these zombies that I'm worried now that I'm worried about the sheer number of zombies.
Well, maybe we can now take a turn to take care of the zombies. I think. At least this turn they're not moving, so we're safe for this turn.
So then I'm going to use the bottom part of Stand Fast. No, that was the bottom part of Stand Fast, so that's done. Now I'm using the top part of Resigned Frenzy, the card I tried to burn, which just says, force all enemies within range 3 to perform attack 2, targeting enemies of your choice adjacent to them. So now those 2 zombies are just going to hit each other for 2 damage.
Oh, you're nearly in range 3 of the other one as well.
Yeah, damn it. But he has no one to hit, because this is adjacent. So let us find out now. So they both still use my modifier deck, but I could spend that wind magic. Chris, do you want me to leave it for you?
Oh, I don't believe so. I generated that, which means you can use it even though it was on my turn. No, I could get no. That's fine. Work away.
Actually, do you know what? I don't think I can. I think it's only the first attack I can do that with, and I already did it on the first attack. So it says, the first attack performed in each of your attack granting actions. No, the first attack performed in each of your attack granting actions gains advantage, and you may spend magic to add +1 to it. So that, yeah, I can use it again, yeah, but only for one of these 2 attacks.
And I just want to let you know, once objective is destroyed, place a destruction file on to show it is now a normal traversable hex.
There you go, so you can pick up that axe. Cool.
Yes.
So I also forgot to actually put this one out. I can't believe I got a ×2 there, and that zombie just nailed that pillar. I was planning to kill them on the pillars. Now I've got a problem. The pillars are almost done. There's still all these zombies.
We both actually had our ×2 at the top of our deck after our initial shuffle.
This never happens. And here I am. I've been shuffling my modifier deck this entire time, guys. So... Oh no, I only reset it at the end of the round, don't I?
Yes, correct.
Oops.
Okay. Fish out the 2x and a +1, I think the one was.
What the hell is this? Oh, that's my miss. Yeah, +1 and a 2x, and I had a, yeah, and another +1. So that's what should be out, and then I guess these are now sufficiently random. Okay. Right. Reset at the end of the round. Okay, so 5 is going to hit 6. I think in the interests of thinning out the herd here a bit, I'm going to give 6 +1 damage and advantage, so 6 will hit 5 first, and then 5 will hit 6 back. Unless 6 kills 5, in which case I guess...
Has 5's moved back towards 6 again, has he? Having destroyed the pillar, he's moved again.
No, he was always next to 6.
How did he destroy the pillar from there?
It was range 3.
Oh, the attack is range 3?
Yeah, his attack was range 3.
Oh, I thought it was just your manipulation was range 3.
Yes, my manipulation of him was gave him a range 3, attack 3.
Yeah, you know, I when you spoke out loud, I understood it as you could manipulate someone within range 3 and it give him a melee attack.
Right. I could manipulate someone within range 3 to give him a range 3 attack 3.
Understood.
I believe. Where have I put my cards? Oh, no! Oh, there it is. Yeah, someone within range 3 may perform attack 3, range 3. But this is all enemies within range 3 may perform attack 2 melee.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with 6 hitting 5 because I would like to get 5 down.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to use the advantage to finish him off if possible.
Well, I mean, I'd rather 5 maybe survives with 1 hit or something so that he can hit 6 back.
Oh,
but,
yes.
You know, if 5 dies, that's also still good. You know.
Yeah. So you're spending the magic, right?
Yes, I will spend the wind magic to add +1 damage and advantage to 6's attack on 5. So here we go. See what happens here. Blam! I got +1 and -1. So that's a total of 3 damage into number 5.
That means he only had he's down to 6 health.
Or he's taken 6 damage, so he's down to 4 health remaining. And then he hits back onto 6 for 2 damage.
Would you get +0?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's good. They're slowly dying.
Exactly right. We're making some headway. And then the zombies are all going to do attack 5, and nothing happens. Wop, wop. Cool. And calculated strike is done. And that's good for me because I have poison and I don't want to take any damage. Okay, what am I going to do now?
I'm gonna have a less exciting turn, that's for sure.
Yeah, me too. Mostly... God, my healing abilities are so weird. I really shouldn't have used that card earlier. The one that combos with them.
Okay, I know what I'm doing. It's not. It's you know it's a. It's. I'm attacking multiple enemies. You know, I'm grinding away at the what we gotta do, but just not massively efficient, not massively effectively. But I've obviously only got 4 cards left in hand, so my choices are getting limited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's a fine turn. It'll be fine.
So I want that. Yeah, I think this turn will actually be good too. Cool. I'm preparing these two. Can I do something useful with these two next turn?
Yeah.
I think so. Okay. Let's go to this camera. Blam. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, flip.
39.
23. I go first. When did I become faster?
Yeah.
And also,
let's see what corpses do.
yeah, it's 91. Reckless charge. Move +2, and if they do move, they suffer 1 damage.
Oh, that could be good. That could finish off somebody potentially.
God, these things are stupid.
Oh, they're not attacking.
Yeah, they're not attacking. They're just moving around. What I would like, if at all possible, is for them to move. I'm actually moving fast before you, right? So does that mean that they'll? Does that mean that the living corpses will move towards you or towards me? It'll be whoever's closest to them, right?
Whoever's closest, and if we're equally close, it'll be you because you were first initiative order.
Yeah, initiative breaks the tie. Yeah, because what I would like is for them to ideally move towards the remaining pillar, right? Theoretically, I think our strategy going forward here should be I try to manipulate them into destroying the pillar while you kill them. Because then that saves you hit points, and also there's 3 of them now, and I don't, if we can kill them and destroy the pillar, that's going to leave us in a better position.
Yeah. Well, my intention was to attack. I've got Ricochet played. My intention was to attack both of the ones closest to, both the ones on the right, on the eastmost page, on page 25. I was planning on attacking both of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to head over towards the other guy.
Well, I've got several options with the 2 cards I played. Both of them give me some movement, so I can move 2 or 3 spaces. Which is not really enough, to be honest. I could have used more, but I burned the card with more movement on it. And then I've got the option of taking control of... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm going to burn this card, but I think it'll be good. So actually, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to move 2 spaces. Now let me think. Range 4. So I'm going to use the bottom part of Black Boon. I was going to heal myself, but that can wait. Apparently, it's fine. So I'm going to use Black Boon, which says move 2, and then also Chris can move 2.
Oh.
If you want.
Oh, excellent.
So I'm going to go 1... Let's see. If I go to here, am I in range 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I am. And then I can... 1, 2, 3... They're moving +2, which is 3 movement, right? Damn.
Let me know when I can do my move off of that.
I'm just trying to decide whether I want to be here or here. But I think it's probably better to be at the back of the room. So I will be back...
The northmost of the 2 spaces you were between.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not the...
Cool.
Actually, no, I moved... Where was I? I was there. I've gone northwest twice. Which is very confusing.
No, the northmost of the 2 spaces you were deciding between.
Yeah. Maybe? Yes. Yep.
You solved a huge problem for me, which was did I want to move onto my axe to get it and give myself disadvantage for one of my 2 attacks, because I can use your movement to get onto the axe and then use my own movement to move away.
Brilliant. So you're going to move onto that spot and pick up the axe?
Yes. Although, oh no, you only lose the end of your turn, don't you?
Yeah. So you still won't be able to pick it up yet.
Well, I'll move on to it and then I can decide in a minute.
You're so close to it. Okie dokie. And then what I'm going to do is... So that's Black Boon resolved. So I shall put that into the discard there. And then I've got Suggestion. So this is actually going to burn this card, unfortunately. But one enemy within range 4 can move 3 and attack 3. So obviously Zombie over here is going to go 1, 2, 3. He is directly south of the remaining pillar. And then he smacks that pillar for 3, and he's going to have advantage because this is his first attack with this card. But unfortunately, that's been burnt, and I gain 2 experience points as well for that.
And he takes 3 damage as well.
He will take 3 damage after performing this attack.
Is that the first 2 experience you've gotten this game?
No, I'm on 4 now. Because I got 2 for playing Master Influencer. And now I'm going to remember to reset my modifier deck as well. I'm just making sure I didn't get anything for anything else. Yep.
Before we played, I cleaned the table as well from cat hair.
Skimble's like, there's not enough cat hair here. Allow me to.
I did a few weeks ago. Actually, a few weeks or months ago, I took every single key off my mechanical keyboard, and the amount of cat hair inside the keyboard was terrifying. But I did clean it out.
Good. Dun dun.
What did that launch? Oh, it was an overlay from the other camera.
Huh?
It was a weird line.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a bleed through on the green screen from the bottom that I can't get rid of. So there's a little weird black line along the bottom of the screen just here.
It was very confusing because your hands were behind it, so I was like, "What is that?"
It doesn't always show up. Yeah, well, it's because the green screen is over the table camera, so it's overlaid. So like my hand is under the red card as well.
It looks like you had something like over the table. Alright. So, how much damage are you doing to the pillar?
Alright, here we go. Come on, Zombo, draw a good one. ×2, please, buddy. Blam! Oh, I literally turned that camera off. Okay, so I've got +0 or me or an ally heals a wound.
+0, yes.
Well, no, if I take the wound, then he still does the same amount of damage, and there's a heal on it. So there's no reason not to take that.
Oh, yeah, I take that, yeah. So I heal, I guess. Well, do you heal because you're an ally, or...?
Either of us. I think either of us can heal with this, although I'm actually not sure. If I actually... Maybe we can find out, because if I think I should take the heal if I can, because I'm poisoned.
I don't think you can. Ally. A figure's ally is another figure that is fighting on the same side of the battle.
Well, I'm not another figure. I am the figure, so you have it.
It even clarifies in the final sentence. A figure is not an ally of themselves.
Womp womp. So Chris goes up to 9.
Yeah. Sorry, mate.
No problem.
Is that how much damage did you use to the pillar? 2 or 3?
He did 3. 3 damage to the pillar, and he takes 3 in responses.
And he did 3 to himself as well.
Yes.
Okay.
So efficient. And then it's your turn.
Yes. How much health does number 5 have? Not much.
5 has 4 left.
Yeah.
All you have to do to him is 3 damage, and then he'll kill himself on his turn because he's a dummy.
Well, he won't kill himself if I'm next to him. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I think I should move away.
Yes, that makes sense.
So it's unfortunate, but I think I'm going to use the bottom half of follow through to just move 1 space back, so I'm next to you. So 1 space north, back from in relation to them, which means I won't get to loot the axe, but I can loot it next turn potentially. And at least this means I won't have disadvantage, and they will do 1 damage themselves when they move, and they still won't attack me even though I'm next to them because they haven't got attack on their space, on their card. So then I'm going to ricochet, top half of ricochet.
So wait, did you go north twice?
No, just once.
Just once.
Yeah. So, so top ricochet is attack 2 at range 3, and then a second attack 2 at range 2. So I'm going to use the first attack, obviously, on number 6, because he's further away. He's 3 away, so my second attack wouldn't reach him. And then I'll do my range 2 attack on number 5. And they're both the same strength, both strength 2. So, modified deck, if you please.
Yeah, just sorting out some Skype resizing my boxes issues here. Stop it, Skype. There we go. Alright, cool.
So strength 2 on number 6 with a modifier of 0. So that's just 2. So
2 damage to
he's
number
on 4.
6.
He's taken a total of 4 now. And then the second attack is attack strength 2 again, range 2 on number 5, modified with. Oh, I forgot what this is.
Stun, it adds
stuns them, I
stun.
think. Yeah.
So,
That means you.
kind of a bummer, actually. This is this is just this one time a disadvantage.
So he's down to 2 health now.
Well,
And he's stunned. Okay.
working hard to keep these, even though I'm using the big sleeves with just the 6 spaces, it's still quite tricky to keep track of the differences in their wounds.
Agreed. Right, so they're all going to move up to 3 spaces now.
Do you know what'd be great, actually, is if they had those old, Whiz Kids Mage Knight clicky bases?
Oh, yeah.
Or the Starship Fleet Captains ones, Star Trek Fleet Captains ones. Like
it would become so expensive so quickly.
Yeah, because there's so many enemies, right? Well, yeah, but if the hit point trackers were just on the slotty bases, you'd only need these ones replaced.
That's true, actually.
Then you could just click them down.
I'm sure someone on Etsy has made fancy versions.
I'm sure they have.
So number 4 is going to beeline towards you in a straight line, 3 spaces, and then do 1 damage to himself.
Haha, dope.
Number 5 is then going to do nothing and remove his stun counter. And number 6 is going to move. It's our choice. He can either move north, or he can move north and then northwest.
North is probably better for you, right? Because he's not standing on your axe.
Possibly, although having said
Well, he's
that,
got 3 movements. But he'll stop when he gets close to you, right?
Yeah, he won't move unnecessarily. I don't think it matters really, largely, where he goes.
Hear that, Zombo? You don't even matter.
So yeah, we'll go north. He also takes damage.
Actually, do you know what? Actually, no, I don't know if I'll use that anyway. Okay.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So I'm gonna keep that. So I guess I'm playing these 2. I don't know what I'm doing with them yet, but I'm playing them.
I'm just sorting out my overlay of your modifier deck here. And then over here to both of our hands. Bam! And I too am going to play my remaining 2 cards. And then cross my fingers and hope for the best.
The part of me actually would quite like to rest now, but I won't.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but I think there's still something useful I can do with these 2 cards, so it is better to get the extra turn out of them.
You ready?
Yep, let's do it! Blam!
35.
51. So you're going first this time. And the living corpses have got the card called Nothing Special. Move +0, attack +0. So they're going to move 1 and attack 4.
Okay.
And then that resets their deck as well. It's 68, so they're still moving next.
So what are you planning on doing?
Okay, so I've got 2 options here. So, and it's sort of largely based on my two options here are largely based sort of on what they were doing as well. But essentially, I've got I was thinking probably the bottom part of Savage Instinct, which is a heal. So I can heal 3 at range 3. It also provides strengthen, but it poisons the target. So I could use that on myself because I'm already poisoned anyway.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You know, so that's not such a big deal. I'm just trying to sort out my focus here.
Oh wait, no, it wouldn't do anything, mate, because it would just...
Oh no, it'd heal my poison and then poison me again. Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, well the other part of this card is force one enemy within range 3 to perform an attack 3, targeting all enemies adjacent to it, but that's no good because he's not adjacent to anything, right? However...
Yeah, it's a melee attack it gets, yeah.
Yeah, however, I do have the bottom part of this one. No, wait. Oh no, it's the top part of this one, so I can't actually use these together. So I mean, I could just do 2 movement, I suppose. It's good for me to continue to move towards the pillar anyway, just because then the zombies might move back towards it at a later date. But this has disarm on it and range 3, and then I can force the target to move a space with me controlling the action. So that's not terrible, because I can start to line someone back up towards the pillar, and it disarms them. So even if I wind up next to, say, I could move over towards this guy, wind up next to him, disarm him, and then move him back towards the pillar over here. Which wouldn't be too bad, I guess. I'll be far enough away from these guys as well that I won't have to worry about them. I mean, or instead of moving, I can stay where I am and throw this heal at you. But of course...
I just remember, I have my Fateful Compass. I could force Living Corpse number 4 to move adjacent to the last pillar.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, okay, so we've got, actually, if you deploy the Fateful Compass, and I totally forgot that you had the Fateful Compass as well, which is here. One enemy in range 3 can move 2 with Chris controlling the action. Which is actually really sort of something that I should probably always be thinking about in relation to my moves, because it kind of synchronizes with what I'm doing quite a lot. Yeah, or it could open up doors. Which is right. But what I'm thinking here then is actually if you move 6 so that he's in the southern position between the 2 columns here, I could actually... Oh no, I couldn't. Never mind.
Move 6?
Yeah, I was just thinking if... It's a shame because if 6 was in the northwest position like we discussed last time, or you could have moved 4 south, east twice, and then I could have made him do attack 3 on both of the other 2. And he would have taken 2 damage back as well. But
I'm potentially gonna... I mean, I don't know if I haven't decided yet, that's why I was asking what you're doing. One of the 2 cards I've played is Double Throw. Both top and bottom of Double Throw are one-shots. I was considering just using the top half and just trying to just take out both 5 and 6.
Okay, yeah, well then maybe it is better for you to put... Because, I mean, the thing about Savage Instinct is it can be potentially very clutch if there's a big group of enemies. It also burns it, which is a shame. But if it's 3 damage to that pillar, it'll be 4 damage back to the zombie. So I'm not opposed to doing that.
Why is it 4 damage back to the zombie?
Because it's 3 for the pillar plus the 1 for the target, yeah.
Yeah, he'll be down to 7 health. He'll be... I mean, if the turn goes well, he'll be the last one left, but then he'll be nearly dead, and the pillar will be nearly dead.
Well, the pillar will be nearly dead or destroyed, because... well, there's no magic, but I'll still have advantage. So,
yeah, I think it's probably the way to
go.
If
I get a +2, the pillar's done.
Yeah.
You're not generating any magic, are you?
Yeah, I am. Double Throw generates wind.
Oh, great. Well, I could spend that to add +1 damage to the attack as well.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I think there's a lot of reasons why this sounds like the play to go with. Right. So. Do you mind if I stay where I am, and therefore get disadvantage on the attack on number 6? I can, because what I was thinking of using my eagle-eyed goggles anyway, because I can do a long rest next turn to refresh it. So I'll get advantage against number 5, and it'll cancel the disadvantage by being adjacent to number 6. Because I'd like to stay there.
Yep, works for me.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to do that. So
you're using the Eagle Eye goggles.
Exactly, I'm exhausting them. So I've got advantage for the entire for both targets. Generating wind magic. Getting 2 experience, which puts me up to 7.
I don't know why I've still got you on 3, but there we go. Cool.
Yeah, so I'll do number 6 first, I guess. You ready for the modifier?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 3 plus 0. Does that kill him? Not
6.
quite.
Not quite. He's left on 2 health.
Okay, that's a pity, but I can take his hit. It's okay. Yeah, he's 2 health. Okay, and then the next one, number 5. Oh yeah, I meant to use it. Well, actually, I didn't mean to use it. I meant to consider it aloud, using the throwing hammer to stun him, but I didn't think of it in time. So, how much health does this guy have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's
So
got
there
2
we
left.
This guy should be. Yeah, this guy. I won't be. I'm not using the hammer on this guy.
What is the attack damage?
2x. 3 times 2.
He's
Oh, and it's advantage, so I also flip a +0. If I'd used advantage in the if I don't know, no, actually wouldn't matter. The attack order didn't matter.
Yeah,
right, he's dead.
Because the 2 is in the middle. Cool.
Yeah,
And he drops money,
he does, which represents like 3 or 4 money now with the scenario level.
which is, I don't know why they've printed a 1 on it then.
It represents, because it doesn't represent a coin. It represents a money.
1 money,
So,
yeah, and 1 money can be any number of coins.
Yeah.
But it should just print an X on there then.
So before my turn's over, I'm going to use the Fateful Compass. This one is not exhausted. It is flipped over. I do not get it back. To move number 4 southwest twice, or where do you want him?
Southwest twice is fine.
Okay. Yep.
Very cool. So then it is over to me.
Over to you. I'm choosing not to use either half of the other card. I'm just gonna. I don't want to use the bottom half for my standard action, and I don't want to use it for its action because it would exhaust the card as well. So I'm just gonna.
Well, could you not just do
use
2 basic movement, or is?
I could do 3 basic movement with my comfortable shoes.
Well, why don't you
but
go pick up that money?
I don't need to, because next turn I can loot and pick up pick up the axe, the money, and potentially the money from number 6 all at the same time.
Right.
And I would
If
like
number
to
6 dies.
Yeah, but there's another reason as well. I'd like to stay where I am. So. Okay, so over to you.
Okay, cool. So I will start. What am I doing here? I'm using the top part of Savage Instinct. So I've got the bottom half of Lure of the Void. So I guess I'll just move 2 into sort of following along the spawn point. So I'm now going to be in the westmost spawn point, just so that I'm slightly nearer this pillar and this zombie, so I can hopefully manipulate them more effectively. He's going to move 1 space towards me, and that means I can also move him north, so that he'll stay adjacent to the pillar. And then I will use Savage Instinct. The top half of Savage Instinct, which will burn it. I'll gain 2 experience points, but he's going to do an attack 3 on the pillar. And yeah, this also puts me in range 3 of him, which is important.
You're going to use the magic, right?
Sorry?
You're going to use the wind magic I generated.
Exactly. So I'm going to spend this wind magic to add +1 damage to the attack. And that's going to get burnt. I'm going to get 2 experience points. I've burnt 3 cards, which feels bad.
Yeah, I've only burnt 2.
I do have 1 more than you, but still. Okay, so here we go. He's got advantage, attack 4 on the pillar. Blam! So I got +0 and +1. And I generate some dark magic. And this is actually perfect because the +1 means that he kills the pillar. Right?
You're doing 4 basic. How much were you doing?
Yeah, 4 + 1 is... Yeah, I'm doing 4 basic, so that's 5. So
3 + 1 for the magic, +1 for the card is 5. He's dead, yeah.
yeah, the pillar's destroyed, and he takes 4 damage in return, which puts him on... What is he? Number 4? So that's 8 damage, so he's got 2 left. Ah. And also, we spawn another Zamba.
Yeah. But we also get to read section...
Point 1, yeah. I assume we do that right away. When all the pillars are destroyed, read number 1, yeah.
Yeah, do it right away.
So, hopefully, hopefully this isn't gonna spawn a bunch more enemies that are now gonna attack us after we've done all of our business.
Hope not. Well, we've done better than I expected with the pillars, so I think we can take whatever comes.
Fingers crossed.
What number living corpse are you spawning?
I'm spawning number 1. He's the number 1 living corpse, which you can tell from his sunny disposition. Duh. At least he spawns in a place where he can't hurt anyone.
Yeah, very true.
Okay.
I was considering doing a long rest, but I don't think I will now.
Uh-oh.
What? Read aloud. Don't read ahead.
As the last of the... well, this is actually quite amusing, but yeah. As the last of the pillars falls, the far wall flickers in and out of sight, and 2 archways suddenly appear, leading into a darkness beyond. A strong smell of death reaches your nostrils, and a strange purple mist creeps at the edge of your vision, and more strange energy emanates beyond. Open the supplemental scenario book to page 10 and attach it to this spread as the map layout.
Oh.
God damn it, I'm gonna have to reorg my whole table. I don't have room for this.
Me too.
Far worse than the spawning of additional enemies is the spawning of additional map space. Look at my setup. Where am I gonna put this? Where is this?
10. Oh, okay. It goes at the bottom. Oh, yeah. I see.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it would, but like, yeah. Okay, so this is gonna have to go in here, and God damn it.
I'm gonna have to move.
Yeah, let's go to Big Faces mode while Chris and I reorg our table. Aha! There's more pillars to destroy.
Really? Yeah. That's not like the most fun thing in the world to do. Destroy loads and loads of pillars.
Place an activation token on each hex C. Sorry guys, I'll just quickly show you what's going on here. So you can see that there's 2 more pillars to destroy. Purple, evil, magical pillars with difficult terrain in front of them, and then there's a bunch of living spirits and zombies in here as well. I don't know if these follow the same rules for the other pillars. Let's find out. Place an activation token on each hex C. These are now open doors between the room on this page and the 2 separate rooms in the supplemental book. The new objectives are more pillars. Each one has 3+ level times character hit points, so that's 12. Each one has 12 hit points, and the attacker suffers 3 damage when attacking. When all pillars are destroyed, you win. So yeah, the goal remains the same: destroy all pillars. It's just there's more pillars. I like how it even calls it out. It's like, the new objective is more pillars.
But hang on, so we don't actually need to kill everything, correct?
No, we don't need to kill all enemies. We just need to destroy all pillars.
Okay, I'm really happy I've got a 1-shot still. Right. Oh god, I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it so. I don't know how. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it so that the only thing on my table cam is my cards I play and my modifier deck. Had I organized this beforehand, had I known about this beforehand, I might have been able to come up. I probably would have been able to come up with a setup which would have remained, ideal. But I don't think that's possible at present.
I've managed to sort of jury rig this fairly well, actually. So I have, so let's see. Place an activation token on each hex C. These are now open doors. So actually, even though we're putting out activation tokens, I don't really know why if the doors are open.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother. I think it's just to... Yeah, I'm not going to bother. That's fine.
So I guess we spawn all enemies right away.
Yeah, we do. Are they chasms? Or what are they?
I think it's just goop.
So it's difficult terrain.
Yeah, it's purple's difficult terrain, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so we
if
need...
you guys want to know what we're talking about, we're talking about this weird goop.
4 living spirits, and we need 2 more living corpses.
Alright, so we've got in the room on the east, living corpse number 3.
Yep.
At least there's nothing elite. And in the room on the west, living corpse number 5. He's back, baby. We can probably ignore most of these living corpses because they're so slow.
I think we're going to ignore... I think I'm going to ignore everything and just literally go for these pillars.
Yeah. So, moving east to west, we've got living spirit 1, and then living spirit 3, then 2, and westmost is 4.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
It was almost perfect. 1, 3, 2, 4.
They have shield, but I don't care. I'm not fighting them.
Well, I'm just going to make them attack those pillars. I hope they don't move much.
Yeah. Right, I'm having to do a short rest, unfortunately, at the start of my next turn.
Yeah, I mean, I would quite like to do a long rest if possible, but let's see.
I would love... Oh, hang on. Actually, sorry. Hang on. My bad. They still have to...
Oh, yeah. So, that's, yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, coming back to where we were before, the situation now looks like this, I suppose. And we are all out of actions, so it's time for the zombies. So we start with number 1, which just moves 1 space.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, we have to draw a card for the living spirits. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So it is Icy Glare. Move -1, attack +1, range 3. Well, they have 3 movement. Good lord, they're fast. That's a bummer. I was really hoping they'd stay near the pillars, jerks. Okay, so they're actually moving ahead of the zombies by 1 pit.
I'm trying to remember difficult terrain. Does it cost to move into difficult terrain, or does it cost to move out? It costs to move in, doesn't it?
No, I feel like in is free and 2 to move out.
No, enter.
Okay,
I figure
well.
we'll spend 2 movement points at the same time to enter the hex. Yeah, that's usually how it works. Which means they won't be able to actually move to most of them. Or 2 of them, anyway.
Yeah, they'll be able to move... Yeah. Well, at least they're going to stay adjacent to the pillar. That's my primary concern.
Yeah, I think that basically the 2 on the far extremes, the far left and the far right, are basically moving 1 forward and stopping. And then the other 2, the inner 2, are moving just moving north twice, right?
So, well, let me do this one at a time so I get my head around it. Number 1 is going to go north and then northwest, right?
Does northwest actually get him closer to anything?
That's good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
No, that's why you put the things on C, because only C are the ways in and out. The others are walls. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's only a door in C. So, yeah. So, so he just moves 1 space forward then.
Yeah.
And then 3 will move north and northwest. Northeast.
Or does he move north?
I think we can choose, right? Because it's equidistant.
Yeah.
So keep him next to the pillar then, right?
Yeah, perfect.
And do the same with the other 2.
Yeah, exactly. So they're all next to pillars.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
And so then Zambo number 1 is just going to move 1 space forward, north, right?
Yes, I guess so.
He wants to get closer to me. 4 can move north or northeast, so he moves north. I don't know why I'm doing 4 yet. Where's 2? Oh, there isn't a 2. 3 is first. He can move north or northwest.
It doesn't matter.
Let's move him
North,
north
like
then, because he's less in the way for us, I guess. He'll probably get in the way anyway, but...
Yeah.
And
then
then
it's just 6 left.
yeah, 4 moves north. No, then there's 5. I guess he also just goes north, though.
Yes.
And
You're
then
right.
6 just stays put and attacks you.
Yep, so I'm going to use my studded leather, which is going to give me +1 armor, and it's also going to give him disadvantage.
Nice. Alright, so let me go ahead and draw 2 cards here. Blam! So it's +1 and -1, so it's -1.
So that's down to 3. My armor takes 1, so that's just 2 damage. I will take that down to 7 health.
Cool. Alright, and now we need to figure out what we're going to do with our lives. I have no cards. El Zilcho.
Yeah, me too. I don't think I can do a long rest, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think I can do a long rest either, as much as I really would like to.
I got a guy right next to me, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm just thinking if they move 1 and attack, you know, then...
Yeah, they probably will. Yeah. So I'm going to have to short rest, unfortunately. So I'm going to do that now.
Okay, what are we going to do? Because we have to go into one room and then go into another room.
Or we could do a room each.
Yeah, or we can try and do a room each. Would you prefer to try and do a room each?
I think so, because it'll take me a turn or 2 to set it up, because I have to grab the axe, but I can one-shot the pillar.
12 damage?
Oh, they 12, do they?
Yeah, these are magical. Look at him. Purple glowy shit.
Well, I can possibly one-shot them. Oh, man, I really want a long rest. Long resting would solve a lot of my problems.
Because you get the eagle eye goggles back and the studded leather.
Because with the eagle eye goggles, I'd have a very good chance of one-shotting the pillar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, certainly a better chance. Maybe I should. You heal too when you long rest as well.
Yeah. Because the way I see it is if I long rest, I can get rid of my poison. But if I long rest and they move, I could take 2 damage with no cards to mitigate, or 2 hits with no cards to mitigate it. I mean, I've got the heater shield, but I can't use the chain armor, and I can't burn 2 cards from the discard.
Why can't you use chain armor?
Huh?
Why can't you use chain armor?
Because it says during your turn, gain shield 1 for the rest of the round. So if I long rest, my initiative's 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is such a bummer. I think I need to get rid of this chain armor. I basically never use it. Although it could be pretty clutch. Well, I'll tell you what, Chris. While you have a think about it, why don't we go over to where is it? I don't know if I have it. Damn it! I wanted to go over to the Chris show because I really need to go take a leak. Damn it!
You have a Chris show button.
I do have. Wait, here's a.
You special Chris show music? Oh, background. This is proper Chris show. Yes, Agnes is in on the Chris show. I don't have a topic for today. Oh, I'm put on the spot now. Do I have anything cool to show people? You can all watch me eat the brownie that's behind me. That's one option.
The music's back.
Can I hear you now? They shouldn't be able to hear you. Mike forgot to play the theme music. I wasn't aware I had theme music. Is it nice theme music? I was about to say, you spent the amount of time you spent getting the Chris show ready, you could have been gone and come back. Okay, what do people want to see on this Chris show? Do you want to see existential philosophy for 30 seconds? Or do you want me to show you something that's behind me? Your choice. Existential philosophy, or see random stuff on the bookcase behind me. All vote now. I mean, if nobody votes, you're not going to get either. And Michael will be back, and then we'll be playing Gloomhaven again. Fine. Well, then you'll get neither. I'll show you something that's on the Kallax instead. Oh, hang on. I picked door number 3. Option A. This is random option 3 and an existential philosophy. Okay. So I'll show you my plush meeples that live in my Kallax. I got these from Hans and Gluck. This one's called Plushy. This one's called Blushy. Plushy because he's a plush meeple. Blushy because he's red, but he's also a plush meeple. What existential philosophy can I offer you? Have you heard of antinatalism? The idea that it is immoral to start life, but it is moral to continue life. Food for thought. So apparently having children's immoral. Allegedly. Go figure. We could go deeper into it, but I don't understand it, and also I imagine Mike will be back in a minute. Was that enough for you, Eddie? Enough existential philosophy? I could also show you my cat. My cat is now sleeping. Hang on. You're gonna get wonky camera. Hang on. Hang on. Skimble is now sleeping on my hoodie. On the table. But at least he's not wrecking the bays anymore. That's my game. That's probably the thing I should have showed you to begin with, actually. That's probably the thing most of you care about. My brain is now broken. This is not, obviously, all the games I own. Many of the games are in cupboards, various cupboards throughout my house, because they don't all fit in my 5x5 Kallax anymore. I don't know why Dark Souls is still there. I don't think Dark Souls deserves to be there, to be quite honest. But it's there anyway. Say hello, Skimble. Does anyone else think that Mike might be taking more than just a leak? I know full well Mike can still hear me if he has his headphones on. Ah, dear. So, would anyone like to offer input on the anti-natalism argument? That it's immoral to start life? I've always regretted not getting to play... Oh yes, Forbidden Stars! I had forgotten I had that. Forbidden Stars, I've only actually played it 3 times. I actually met Ben. That's how I met Ben, playing Forbidden Stars. The reason Ben and I became such good friends was actually... This is a story worth telling, actually. I should have started with this. The reason Ben and I became such good friends... People who don't know Ben is a friend of myself and Mike who used to contribute to the channel, but unfortunately he hasn't really got time now because his work unfortunately doesn't allow it at present. But yeah, so Ben and I met at a board game club, and we played a game of Forbidden Stars. Now Forbidden Stars is a long game, 3 hours probably easily, could well take 4. We spent 8 hours playing this game because there was a really unpleasant Australian named Andy, who doesn't live here anymore, so I doubt he'll ever see this. But if he does, Andy, you're a horrible person. Everyone at the club hated you because you were so nasty. And we bonded over our hatred for this guy who was, just one of those. He was a really frustrating player. He was really slow. He was complaining all the time. It was years ago. It's so hard to explain what was so wrong with it, but he was just the worst person I've ever played games with. I remember one time I played Avalon with him, and at the end he stood up and went, "I don't lose Avalon," and just walked away. He gets so angry when he loses. Thankfully, I haven't seen him in years. But yeah, that's why. So Ben and I were like, we think this is a good game, but that was a horrible experience. I subsequently played it the next week and really enjoyed it. And it is a very good game. But yeah, Ben and I basically bonded hatred, which seems to be one of the best ways to get to know someone. Bond through mutual hate. And then I met Mike, and we both hated him too. And it just strengthened the friendship. Eddie, if they're still in your gaming group, I don't think they're as bad as this guy was. He was so bad. It's like my partner refused to play games with him anymore. And yeah, he's still infamous within the club. Mike's back, by the way. He's just refusing to jump back in on the show.
I was just watching the Chris show. I was enjoying it.
I did at one point run out of ideas, but then luckily Eddie triggered a memory by noticing Forbidden Stars on my shelf.
Oh, I know. I was listening. I'm also glad that your mutual hatred of me has bonded you and Ben further.
I'm only kidding.
Look, so long as I can bring some positivity into the world, I'll be happy. Okay. Where are we at? Are we picking cards?
And you'll be bringing negativity into the world.
Right. Yeah. Because that's immoral according to this philosophy.
I think I may have strawmanned it in power. I don't think it's immoral to have children, but it's. I think I said that sentence might have been for impact. It's more that the basic philosophy of it is life is worth continuing, but it's not worth starting.
Well, let's not think about that too much. Let's instead have a look at Gloomhaven.
What happens though when you leave? I can go anywhere with the show. The Chris show can go anywhere. We covered philosophy, board games, cats, plush meeples, and old people that I don't like. So we cover a lot of
basically
topics.
Got all the bases covered. Yeah, I mean we could just end the stream here, really.
Yeah. No, because we started with Gloomhaven, so it's worth finishing. It's worth continuing. It just wasn't worth starting.
I mean, technically, we made that mistake a long time ago before we were aware of this philosophy. So, I guess we'll continue.
Exactly.
With that in mind, you have to decide. I guess we both have to decide what kind of what we're doing.
Yeah, I didn't use any of that time to actually consider my options. I think I'm gonna long rest because I think I'm gonna gain enough out of it. Because I'm gonna heal too, I'm gonna get the items back that I need, and in addition to that, I'm gonna get to choose the card I lose. And if I didn't get to choose the card I lost, and I lost, for example, the one shot that I really need, I'd have to take another damage card. So by doing a long rest, in essence, I'm kind of saving 2, maybe 3 health. Excuse me. And getting my stuff back. So I don't know. I think it's worth doing. And then I can just tank a hit from this guy. That's my plan.
Very good. I would like to long rest also, but I'm extremely concerned about both of them hitting me.
Do bear in mind that where the hell is you can discard 2 cards from your discard pile. Sorry, you can lose or bury 2 cards in your discard pile to mitigate all damage if you really had to do it for one of them.
But that would leave me with just 5 cards, and then I'd have to burn another to pick them up. So that would leave me with 4.
Yeah, that'd be super bad. But I think we're trying to win in like 2 turns or 3 turns, aren't we?
I guess in theory, yeah, although 12 damage is a lot of damage to do, and given that we have to run all the way across the board as well. Also, follow-up question, if I take a damage to change the card I burn, is that increased by poison? I don't think so, right? Because poison's attacks, right?
No, poison is attacks. Yeah, that wouldn't do it.
Yeah. But still, if they move 1, and even if they attack at -1, that's 2 4-damage attacks coming at me, and I only have 7 hit points. I can use the heater shield to block 1, which wouldn't even save me. So, I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do... But if they just stand there, then the long rest is the obvious good choice. I just reset their deck as well, so there's no way of knowing what they might do.
I don't know how many of their cards involve not moving. We know at least one. We've seen it.
Yeah, but quite a lot
also,
of it.
they could also, you know, their modifier deck, they could get their miss. There's a lot of... I don't know, man.
Yeah. But you know what else, actually? Dark Magic's in waning at the moment, and there's possibly something very useful I can do with that.
I mean, there's so many enemies that we literally want to avoid the enemies and just go and destroy those pillars. Like, we have not got time to mess about with these enemies whatsoever.
Yeah, but I have, like... Okay, do you know what? I'm going to short rest. So now I'm going to randomize the card I'm going to burn. It just makes sense to me. I don't think I have the time to long rest, unfortunately.
Sorry, something I kind of need to know in advance here. Do you have the ability to generate wind magic?
No. Well, actually, yes. During my turn, I could do that for you.
I think I'd like you to do it next turn. Could you do it next turn?
Yes.
Okay.
But obviously, that would only matter if I went before you. If you wanted it the same turn.
I will need you to go before me on that.
Well, I'll just do it this turn then, and it'll be waning next turn.
No, I need you to do it the following turn, so it's waning next. Yeah, actually, it doesn't matter if I go before you, but I need you to do it next turn because I'm doing a long rest.
Right, so you want it waning on... You want it waning 2 turns from now.
Yeah, I could do a short rest, but the problem with the short rest is that
you don't get the goggles back.
But then again, I've reset my deck. I mean, I could get the goggles and draw 2 +1s, and then I wouldn't one-shot it. I need a +3 to one-shot it, or a double.
Do you have a +3?
Yeah, I've got at least 1 +3 in there.
Ooh, I don't have a +3.
I bought it. I have 2 +3s.
I don't think I can buy those.
I have 3 +3s, so 4 cards with 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can only buy 1. 1 +3. Which I haven't bought.
I have 16 cards, 4 of which, that's 25% of my deck, would one-shot it. And I'm drawing 2 cards.
So that's 50%, right?
That's not how percentages work. I have 2 chances to hit a 25% threshold. And the second time is actually a slightly higher threshold, technically. You do not have a 50% chance of achieving something if you try it twice, both at a 25% chance. So if you roll a die,
yeah. So what is the probability then? I was trying to work out what the actual probability is.
It's 1 over. It's 2 over 25. No, well, it's 1 over 25 followed by a more or less a 1 over 25. What am I talking about? 1 over 4, and then I don't know. Chat.
Are you good at math? Chat, help. Anyway, chat. Let us know the probability. Here we go. I'm not good at probability. This is the card I'm burning in my short rest. Is this one I really wanted? Oh, Resigned Frenzy. I think this is one I really want. Come on, camera, focus, please. Why don't you love me, component camera?
So if I draw 2 cards, I'll be looking at 1/8 of the deck, which is what, 12.5%?
The likelihood can't go down.
Too early for maths. That's all.
It's almost...
No. Yes, I'll be looking. So I'll have revealed 12.5% of the deck, and 25% of that deck is good. So I guess that means the odds are. I don't know.
See, this is... I need this card, so I think I'll try again. Do you know what's interesting? In the Guildmaster app, you're only allowed to do this one time. But I thought in the board game you could do it as many times as you wanted and just keep taking damage.
Actually, not sure. I've never known the answer to that. Michael and Chris, what score out of 10 would you give to Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion?
Here's the second card that I might have to burn.
So the rating system I use, David, is
this
the
is
PG.
also really good. Can I keep taking damage, Chris?
I don't know
Okay.
the answer to that. And you probably shouldn't take too much damage. The BGG rating system I find really helpful because numbers obviously are somewhat arbitrary. They mean different things to people's, I guess. I mean, 7 out of 10 is pretty damn good, and yet most people seem to think it just means average. And BGG has short sentences associated with each number, which like 10 is like would always want to play it. 9 is like really want to play it and will suggest to play it, or something. I think like 7 is like wouldn't suggest it but would play it. Which means that you kind of have to take things like game length into consideration. Would I suggest to play Gloomhaven? Not very often, because I'm aware it's a big time sink.
Once. It is just once.
I'd probably give it 6.99, which is also what I gave Through the Ages. Because if I give it a 7, it means I will always play it. I think 7 is always play it if suggested, and I wouldn't. That's not true. There are times when I will say no because I don't feel like it, because it is mathy and it is long, and I'd rather play 2 shorter games. So I will give it a 6.99, which effectively is a 7. But because I like the BG system, it's a 6.99. What about you, Mike? What would you give it out of 10?
I mean, yeah, you will have noticed that I've never done like a numerical rating on anything on the channel, and also I've never even done a top 10 games, because I just find that kind of summary to be unhelpful. I don't mind this BGG system.
Not if you attach meaning to the numbers.
What's that?
Not if you attach meaning to the numbers.
Right, yeah, so I was about to say, so the BGG system is okay because, I mean, I mean, again, the 6.99 thing, right? It just means that, it's a game that you like as much as possible within that category of, this is something that I would always play if suggested or whatever. So again, like, it's sort of helpful as a numerical value to create nuance within these verbal categories, essentially. Yeah. You start with the verbal categories and you're like, so, where within this slot does this fit, right? And I think I'd probably give Jaws of the Lion a very similar suggestion to rating to what Chris has given it, but I still think that, again, it would be very nuanced, because there's for me, the thing that sort of ruins this whole thing is it's all about group paradigm and my mood. Those are the two great X factors. There are games that I would almost never suggest playing with certain people, because I know they probably wouldn't enjoy them, and they'd maybe just do it to humor me. There's also groups that I would absolutely be much more likely to suggest games with, because I know they'd be a great group for this kind of game, so I should really use that opportunity to play this kind of game. And these are the kinds of dilemmas that I have because I like basically everything. I say basically everything in the sense that, take a good example of a genre and I like it. I'm a big fan of like party games. I'm a big fan of dudes on a map war games. I don't mind, economic games at all. I like, I'm always open to playing something. So that means that I can, I can get along with a lot of different kinds of games, and it's really more about, for me, what's key is that everyone's having a good time. So, I'm never going to be like, there's games that I absolutely adore that would fall into the I would never suggest this category if the group isn't going to get anything out of them. And I think that's the key to being a good sort of teacher and curating a good board game collection, is understanding, sort of a little bit about people and what they might like. And if they insist on something, giving them a chance to sort of explore, maybe moving outside their comfort zone, but also, trying to make the most of a good time, really.
I think that's why that system is quite good, because it does take into consideration things like how likely am I to get this off the table, onto the table, get this off the shelf. If the game is absolutely fantastic but is just absolute pain in the neck to set up, really hard to teach, very finicky rules, that's hard to keep, hard to game manage, but you love it, it's your favorite game ever, but it has all those problems. The BG system kind of takes those problems into consideration, right? Because you want to give it a 10, but then you're thinking, but you have to, then you take into consideration, will I actually suggest playing this because I know it's going to be a pain in the arse? So that's why I like that system.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is the best compromise between that nuance and creating a system that's simple, right? Like the compromise between nuance and simplicity. So, yeah.
It's an honorary 7, but technically 6.99. Because Gloomhaven, if I came over to someone's house to play a game, and they just said, to play for a game night, and they just said, and we hadn't arranged anything, and they said, John, let's play Gloomhaven, I'd probably go, no, I don't really want to play Gloomhaven. But if you pre-arranged it and I was going over to play Gloomhaven, that's different.
You need a bit of a mental hype up to play Gloomhaven, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think I ever want to have Gloomhaven thrust upon me, nor through the ages.
Well, I think for me, a lot of the appeal of Gloomhaven as well is crafting the deck of cards and sort of figuring out how your character works and how unlocking additional cards and leveling up. So I find that Gloomhaven would plummet a lot in my rating if I was facing the prospect of a singular one-off game, just joining someone's campaign for a one-off, typically, so if I was going to a game night and they were, and again, like I wouldn't be difficult if they're like, hey, look, we always play Gloomhaven this night, do you want to pop in for a night of Gloomhaven? I might do that. But also if they said, like, we're thinking about starting a Gloomhaven campaign, do you want to start with us and then you can join back in if it comes up again? I might be like, not really, if you guys are going to get involved in that, I probably don't want to jump in for your first game, and then unless, I'm going to be a part of that going forward regularly.
I want to be in the squad or not in the squad, kind of,
Yeah, exactly. So, right. I had to burn that card. So, it is just one card option to burn on short rest. There you go. Something that we learned.
Yeah.
And now I have to pick two.
I still haven't decided what I'm doing. Here's another kind of point of consideration. How likely is it I'm going to get in here and then back out and into your room?
I think that happening is so unlikely.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. In which case, I think I'm probably better off short resting as well, because I don't really need the goggles so much if I'm resigning myself to having to do at least 2 attacks on the pillar anyway. And I don't really care if the zombies are eating me as long as one of us is alive, whilst or not KO'd when the last pillar goes down, we win. So I'm going to short rest as well. I lose card. Follow through. Damn it, I wanted that.
I had the same problem.
Where's the camera? Here's the camera. Follow through. That's the card that I've lost there. Which the reason I want this is because down here it's 2 movement and it becomes 4 movement if you use wind magic, which is why I was asking about that, because it means that I could attack much more quickly. But what if the next time I lose my big massive attack? You can only change your mind. You can only
do it one time,
take.
yeah. So whatever you get next, you'll have to burn.
I think I'm gonna have to burn it then.
It's a shame because I've got one card in my hand that's basically utterly useless, and if I could have just burned that, it would have been great.
When we had a long rest to do that,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to take this because the alternative is too risk is too great. The pillar scenario feels very odd compared to the other ones. Yeah, this is the second scenario we've had. I think scenario 5 or 4 or 5 was also heavily objective based. It was breaking stuff. I'm not a big fan of the whole breaking objectives in Gloomhaven. It's not my favorite type of scenario. This one I've enjoyed more than the last one because we're powerful enough now to break the objectives in a less tedious fashion. 1 or 2 hits usually.
Yeah.
Also, Mike manipulating enemies has been quite fun to do it because he's been making them hurt themselves whilst damaging them.
Yeah, I was about to say that sort of interesting dynamic of moving enemies around and making them hit the pillars has been. I've quite enjoyed it actually. I thought this was quite good.
Yeah, me too. But I really didn't like the scenario that we did before with the golems, where we had to destroy stuff. I really found that tedious as heck.
Yeah, makes sense. I don't know what to pick.
I don't care about wind magic anymore, by the way.
Okay.
But it's worth it.
Duly noted.
I've gotten rid of that card.
Okay, well, I picked my 2.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, let me do the 2 enemy behaviors as well down here.
I'm going to move this deck away over here.
Alright. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1,
yes.
flip him! 26.
25.
We did it again.
No, we did it again.
This time by accident. So the living corpses. Now let us reveal whether we could have got away with a long rest. They're moving +2 and not attacking. God damn it.
Oh!
It's a reckless charge. That's actually probably worse. If we just stayed put, they'd run away from where we're going.
Yeah, we're idiots.
Well,
we couldn't have known.
You can't make... that's why this behavior deck is actually good, because, if we just knew, then it wouldn't be a puzzle, really. And these enemies are... Come on, this should be able to focus. Angry now. Angry Howl. They're not going to move. They're not actually going to attack either. They're just going to curse all enemies within range 3 and generate ice magic.
That's nobody.
Well, provided we don't go into range 3. I was actually going to go into range 3. I was just going to do a big move into the room right now.
Well, you can do. I mean, a curse isn't the end of the world in your deck.
Well, it could be, because my deck I'm also going to use for all those enemy attacks. Let me just think. Where is range 3? 1, 2, 3. It's the doorway. If I go into the doorway... Well,
before I have my oak charm. I could bless you to counteract it. Statistically anyway. Right here, right now. There's no point in me not blessing somebody, right?
Yeah.
There's literally no point to me not giving this to one of us. I probably should have done it the first turn of the game, right?
Yeah, okay.
Do you want to bless?
Yeah, sure, I'll take a blessing.
Take it.
Well, it says during your turn, and it is your turn right now, so cool.
It is my turn. That's why I'm doing it.
One blessing for me.
Okay.
Where are the blessings? There we go.
I'm going to use the top half of Close Cuts, which gets me 1 experience. It's a close combat attack, which is weird for me, but there you go. I'm gonna try and kill number 6. Because, well, the reason I was going to do this was because I was assuming he was going to be attacking. But now I'm just doing it because I might as well. There's basically no reason not to. He only has 2 health, number 6, doesn't he? Yeah.
Do I shuffle this into my deck right away? I do, don't I? Yes.
Yeah, but you don't shuffle the discard pile.
Yep. Cool, carry on then.
And then, yeah, so in my modifier deck, please.
There we go.
Okay, he's 3 damage, +3. That's kind of annoying.
God damn it.
He's dead anyway, but that's annoying because it's one of the cards that would help me one-shot the thing later. He drops some money, and then I'm going to use the bottom half of retrieval to move 1 space onto my axe and loot 1, so I get all the money and I get the axe back. God damn it.
Hey, Eloise, thanks for popping in to say hi.
Ooh.
And David, I wish we had the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. Problem is, we'd probably miscount the timing. Chris, what was the second thing you did? Sorry?
I moved onto my axe and looted 1, so I got all the money, and I got the
axe as well.
Axe itself.
Very good.
And that's me done.
I don't like how all the zombies are on my side of the board. I'm going to have to try and destroy my pillar ASAP because I'm pretty sure everyone's going to come and murder me afterwards. They're all going to run into that room. I mean, I really should just stay out here and let them all run out to me and then run into the room, but... we'll see. I might be able to pull off something amazing.
You can't give me a move, can you? That'd be excellent if you could.
I can't give you what?
A move. Like you did before.
Probably not, because I would need to do it,
Yeah, don't worry.
I'd need to be in range 3 of you, and I won't be, unfortunately.
Don't worry, it's all good.
Okay, so what I'm... my turn, right? Isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, I have to do the initiatives.
Yep.
It's Chris, and then me, and then the living spirits, and then the living corpses. Okay, so I'm just going to do my original plan, I think. Actually. Ah, damn it! This is super annoying. Because if it wasn't for that stupid terrain, I could, if it wasn't for that stupid terrain, I could get right into the room. Goddamn hazardous terrain. This is the most annoying thing.
You have jump?
Yeah, I do, but I'm not using it till next turn. To jump over that.
What if you use the weathered boots that you have?
Well, that's exactly it. If I use... Because I can get to here, and if I use the weathered boots, I get 1 more movement, right?
Yeah.
Which is annoying. But Celavi, the monsters, the zombies aren't attacking. Oh, I forgot to clear off 5s. And actually 6s as well. He's dead too. So 4's the only one that's left alive. But he's almost going to kill himself with this next move. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to use... It's so annoying as well, because I've got this disarm that I was going to use to mitigate someone's attack, and none of them are even attacking. I presume that the Angry Howl can't be disarmed. Although I guess if I disarm them now, they'll still be disarmed next turn. Because doesn't skipping an attack remove the disarm?
I think so.
No, at the end of the next turn, damn it.
No. Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, so anyway, I'm giving up that dark magic to move 5, and that gets me XP. And I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight into the room. don't think there's any need for me to be in the corner necessarily. Actually, yeah, it might be better to block the stop the movement of. Well, one wouldn't come into the room there. He'll still stop in the doorway no matter where I am. But I suppose if I go here, 5 will actually move and take a damage. So, no, I'll tell you why I'm not going to do that. Because I have attack 2 in this card. So now I can do attack 2. I mean, it's not much, but it's something. So I'm going to smack number 5. Maybe I'll get rid of a curse. If I get the blessing, then maybe cross. Right. Oh, I haven't even got the curses yet. Oh well, you can have a hit point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me? That's actually good. That's right.
And this guy, number 6, takes 2 damage. It's a start, I guess. Probably not going to kill him, but it's something.
How much damage did 2, was it?
Yeah.
We're not gonna. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna ignore these guys.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's a melee attack. I couldn't hit anyone else with it. So now I'm up there, and my other card is completely useless, but it has got. I mean, I don't even care about this force movement. So I'll tell you what I'll do with it, because it's disarm 3 range. It's disarm range 3, force the target to perform move 1. And I really don't care about any of this stuff for the bad men, the evil spirits, because at this point they're both kind of where I want them. I don't really want them to move. I quite like them next to one another as well, so I can't even really move either of them. Anywhere useful. So what I'll do is I'll actually hit this guy, and I'll move him back into the doorway, so at least he blocks the other 2 coming in. And that's just like a little bit more time I've bought myself.
Can you not move through? You can't move through. You can move through allies, can't you? Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, you can. They can move through allies. How much movement are they going to have? They're going to have 3.
Yeah. It'll stop one of them. It'll stop number 4.
Yeah, which is actually kind of. I don't even then, but yeah, but I want 1 to be. I don't want 1 to come into the room and so like swap positions with 5, because 1 will.
But he will. He will.
One
will come into the room. You can't. But
well, 1 will stop either here or here, right? Like I can choose. In the door or in the room, so I might as well stop 1 in the doorway, and then he'll still wind up blocking 4, and he'll be slightly less close.
Okay.
So really, there's actually nothing useful I can do with this card at all. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit.
What?
I'm going to hit the zombie again with a basic attack for 2 damage.
Go for it.
All right. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. +1. He takes 3 damage.
He's half dead.
Yeah, that's actually not totally useless.
I just realized you're taking 2 curses.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna suck.
That.
And before I end my turn, I will quaff this stamina potion to return Resigned Frenzy to my hand. And I'm just gonna have a quick think about whether I want to quaff my mana potion as well. I don't think I do, because I don't think there's. No, I don't care about that at all. Where's the.
Well, Frost is going to get generated.
I don't have my card with jump on it.
Do you need it?
Not necessarily.
I thought you were going to get them to attack the pillars.
Well, yes, exactly, but then I do have to stand next to, like, 2 zombies. I was sort of going to try and put the hazardous terrain between me and the zombies as a form of protection.
Oh, I see. I think you usually have to stand there and let them eat you while you're doing damage.
Oh, God.
Okay, so the living spirits then give you 2 curses.
There wasn't anything else I was supposed to do this turn, was there? No, I don't think there is. So, yep, so I take 2 curses.
Oh, they move. They actually move first. They move +0, so they do actually move.
Oh, God damn it. Well, it doesn't actually matter now that I'm here.
It does for me. I'm going to get cursed as well, I think.
God, yeah, they move 3, right?
Yeah. So 1, 2 into the goop and then out of the goop.
Oh,
number 1 just goes.
do they? But don't ranged characters only move to get within range?
Yes, yours. Yes, yours don't, but mine do.
That's critical for me, so that's useful. But yours will move, yeah.
But actually they're not in range of me even once they've moved, which is good.
So
they both just moved north twice.
Yeah.
However, they are blocking the way now, so I actually need them to come out. I'm gonna have to like go slowly so they can come out.
John Ward says he had the other mission for this one, and he think the defiled sewers was probably the right choice.
Yeah, and he's just pointing out, agreeing that they don't move because they're in range. Right, so then you take 2 curses, and then the living corpses all move and start to kill themselves.
So let's start with them just going in numerical order, because that's how the game works. So number 1 is going to go 1, 2 into the doorway behind me and take a damage.
No. Number 1's equidistant to me, and I went first. He comes to me.
Oh wow! Okay, that's good actually for me, not for you. So he actually just moves.
So put him in
south.
Put him in the north. What's the options?
Yeah, northwest of you, right?
Correct.
And he takes damage. Okay, cool. Yeah. And then 3 moves. I guess he can either be directly south of you or southeast of you, right?
South, yeah, make him south.
Okay, takes a damage. I mean, that's good for you, and actually, I mean, to be fair, these other zombies are pretty much dead anyway. 5 doesn't move, unfortunately. Wait, why have I got no damage on 5? Where have I been putting it? I've been putting it on 6 for some reason.
5 should have 5 damage.
Yeah, 5 should have 5 damage. I somehow put it on 6, I don't know why. So 4 will move 1, 2, 3 into the doorway and take a damage, leaving him on 1 hit.
You actually should have moved the corpse. Living corpse.
Number 5, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I know, but I did 3 damage to him, so it kind of worked out. You know.
Not really, because you're not going to finish him off.
Yeah, but if I'd moved him, he would have taken 1 damage, you know?
Yeah, but you're not going to finish him off, so I don't think that matters. It would have blocked him at the point.
Well, yeah, but if I get to a point where it's like, kill him or die, you know, at least now there's a chance I can kill him, right?
Sure.
Well, I mean, I don't know, actually 5 damage, to be fair, is probably still not going to be enough. It's going to be too much for me to do in a super clutch position. Okay. So that's their stuff resolved. No one's deck is resetting, is it? Nope. Okay. So we're back to choosing cards. I mean, now is definitely the time for that.
This is absolutely devastating for me.
And this, I think. I'm going to try to wipe some folks out. Let's see what happens. Did anything I do last turn actually generate magic? I think it's too late for me to quickly quaff a potion, the mana potion.
There is frost magic, you know.
Did they generated frost, didn't they?
Yeah.
I probably say should have used the mana potion, but never mind.
What for?
To generate anything.
I'll take wind.
Do you need wind?
It would help. I don't need it. It would help me.
Okay, well, let us say then I did use the mana potion to generate wind.
Yay!
I mean, I also need a mana, but I think it'll probably be more useful for you. But if you decide not to use it, I will use it, so all good.
Well, depending on... We'll see. It depends on... once you reveal our cards, we can talk openly. I've picked my cards, so...
On camera! So there's their cards, and that's my cards, and here are the enemy cards. Let me just make sure I've got my right initiative there. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Flip them.
40. Not great.
26. And we've got from the spirits 75. They're going to move -1, attack +1 at range 3, heal oneself, and generate ice magic. So they're doing busy boys. And the zombies are 47. They're moving +1 and attacking -1. Hasty assault and leech warmth.
Okay. You first.
Indeed. Okay. So I'm going basically all out. I really need a bunch of stuff to die and damage to be done this turn. So cross my fingers and we'll see what things look like after everything is resolved. So actually wind magic should be waning if I generated it last turn, and so should that. Right.
It's waning and so is Frost.
Okay. So the enemy behavior is this. The zombies will move 1 and attack 4, so if I stay here, I'm taking 2 attack 4s from those 2 zombies. One of them only has 1 hit point, though, so I can probably sort that situation out a little bit. So I'm only taking 1 hit.
You need to damage the pillars, though, primarily, right?
Yeah, primarily, but if I do 8 damage to the pillar and die, that's not helpful.
No. No.
Fortunately,
Eventually, you need to, because I'm hoping I can destroy my pillar this turn and between this turn and next turn, I reckon I can do mine.
Yeah, me too if I survive.
Okay. Perfect.
But the thing is, I'm also poisoned, so I'm looking at 10 incoming damage. I've got 6 health. I've got 3 cards in hand. We've also got the living spirits who are moving 2, and they're moving 2, and where's their card? There it is. Then they're attacking for 4 damage as well, and they'll heal as well. So anyway,
and you one-shot the pillar in 1 turn.
No, I definitely can't. I don't have the damage spikes. I create lots of little attacks. That's my problem. So what I can probably do is wipe out 2 enemies and hopefully do a significant amount of damage to the pillar.
Okay. Go for it.
So, I'm going to start by burning Resigned Frenzy. So this forces all enemies within range 3 of me to perform an attack 2, targeting an adjacent enemy, which is actually everyone.
Yeah.
So 4 attacks of target of 2. So I'm going to start with one of the spirits attacking the pillar because the very first one has Master Influence on it. So
this is incredible. This is where you come into Void War really comes into their own.
Yeah, but if I draw a bad curse here, I'm hoping I'll get rid of a curse now with this advantage, but we'll see. Because there's a lot that can go wrong here, and I can just die. So let's find out. So we'll start with spirit number 2 attacking the pillar, and I'll spend the ice magic that they generated last turn to add +1 damage to this, and also it'll have advantage anyway. So here we go. Please show me a curse and something else. Hey, curse and +0. So we're over 1 curse. So the pillar takes 2 damage.
Yeah.
Which is not great, but the living spirit takes 3.
And the curse is gone.
And the curse is gone. The problem is, Chris, I just don't think that... Because I want number 4 to attack the pillar, right? But I think if it does, then I'm going to be facing 3 attacks this round. Whereas if I make...
You're able to kill zombie 4, aren't you? Or zombie 5?
Yes, zombie 5 will kill zombie 4. But then zombie 5 and both of the spirits will attack me. And I don't know if I can mitigate all of that damage.
You won't be able to. Well, can you kill? Bear in mind, the spirit has one shield. I don't know if you can kill them.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to take 3 more damage. That's true.
He needs to do 4 to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many cards do you have in your hand?
3.
And you have 7 health. I don't know.
6
if I was
health.
you, I would just.
But I do have the chain armor and the heater shield.
Yeah, this is the time to use the chain armor.
I will, yeah, of course. But
but it's your choice. If I was you, I would just be going balls deep with the pillar.
Well, the thing is, I've also got this other one-off attack, which will do attack 3. So I can use that, and that will have advantage on it. So I could theoretically use that to have one of the spirits finish off the other spirit, and then I'd be down to just looking at 2 attacks, which might be preferable.
You know how I feel. I disagree completely. I'm all about pillars. All about pillars.
All right, well, I'll put all the attacks into the pillar, but I'm just not sure I can survive the next turn. I think their attacks will render me in a position where I either die now or die next turn. Well, I mean, that's fine if the pillar's destroyed.
Next turn doesn't matter. You only have to survive 1 turn.
Right, but I only have to survive 1 turn if I can also destroy the pillar next turn, and I don't think I can.
What?
Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense, though, because if I can't destroy the pillar next turn, then...
Yeah.
Then I'm fucked anyway. Okay, yeah, so let's put it all into the pillar. So 2 more damage on the pillar. Well, actually, I don't know. Let's find out. So this doesn't have advantage, so it's just 1 card. It'd be great if you could generate some... actually, it wouldn't matter. Oh, it's ×2. It's the blessing.
Hey! I gave that to you.
So that's 4 damage into the pillar. 3 damage reflected back onto the spirit. So he takes 3.
It's just half dead.
4. Yeah, so that's 6 damage on the pillar, which is pretty good. And that's burnt. No, it's not burnt yet. I'm still resolving it. Now it's going to be Zombie 4 attacks Zombie 5 first. So please... Oh, this doesn't matter actually too much, really. +1, so that's 3 damage on Zombie 5. He's down to 2 health. And then Zombie 5 attacks Zombie 4. I swear to God, please don't be a miss or anything.
Wait, who just did 3 damage to who?
4 just did 3 damage to 5.
He's down to 1 health then.
I've still got 5 on 8. I think you might have given him a damage for the movement he didn't take.
No, maybe.
But 4's got 1 health left, so fingers crossed this kills him. Or else I'm in serious trouble.
Are you gonna flip it?
+1! Hooray! So that's 3 damage. It doesn't matter though, because 4 is dead.
Yeah, and drop some money for what it's worth.
Yeah, for what it's worth. Okay.
Okay.
Phew.
Use your chain armor, please.
Well, wait. I've still got 1 more action.
Okay.
So I'm now going to burn Resigned Frenzy, so that goes into the burned pile. I've taken the XP for that. And now I'm going to play the final attack, which is one of the spirits attacking the column. This is the first attack with this card as advantage. But I'm not going to spend the wind magic. I'm going to leave that for you.
Thank you.
So.
Well, hang on. Could this be? For me, it's going to give me +1 damage
Against the pillar?
against the pillar. Yeah.
Well, this also gives
But
me
maybe-
+1 damage against the pillar.
Yeah, do you need it more than me, maybe?
Let me have a think here. I'm doing 6. This is going to do another 3. Let me have a look. What is my plan next turn?
So I'm going to be doing 2 attacks between the two. This turn, next turn, I'm going to do 2 attacks for a total of 12 damage before any modifiers. So as long as I get a net 0 to my modifiers over the course of 2 attacks, I will kill it without the need for wind.
Okay, so I think then, yeah, this is probably a lot more clutch for me. Because
you take it.
I think that I'll take this one then. Yeah. Okay, so I suspend the wind magic here to add another damage to this. There's every chance this misses, and then I think I'm fucked, but here we go.
That'd be terrible.
Well, I do have advantage on it, so unless this is the curse and the miss.
That seems unlikely.
It's +1 and -1. So that's 5 damage, right? 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
yeah.
it's 1 left.
It's on 1 left. Okay.
That's annoying.
But I do have the problem where I've got like still a curse and the miss in my deck, and I'm down to like 5 cards.
And 3 damage to which living spirit takes another 3 damage?
Let's say it was 2.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. But they're dead, so that's good.
You just... Sorry?
But they're dead now.
Oh, he's dead?
Yeah, because that was another 3
great.
damage, and they've only got 6.
Oh, this is fantastic. You only have to take 2 attacks as well now. It's brilliant.
Yeah. So I'm going to activate the chain armor.
Yeah.
What else am I doing? I feel like there's one other thing I was going to do, but that might be it. Maybe it was just put steadfast into my discard pile. Okay. Okay, fingers crossed what happens next is forgiving. Okay, I'm going to put the chain armor up here just so that I remember. But I've got that. And over to you.
I'm missing 2 cards. I'm completely missing them.
Good morning, Ralph!
Where are you? What have I done with them? Where did I put them, and when did I put them there?
Let's see if we can help Chris find his cards. Chris, are they the 2 cards next to your modifier deck?
No, they're the ones I've played.
Those are the only ones we can see.
I've played 2. I have 2 in my hand. That's 4. I have 3 in my lost. That's 7. I've 1 in my active slot. That's 8. I meant to have 10. Oh, I know where they are. They're over here. Yeah, I put the 2 that should be in my discard last turn. I put them into my stack of cards I'm not using in this scenario.
Yep, because human brain is like, oh, stack of cards. Put the cards there.
Yep. Okay, so I didn't want to do this, but the scenario comes before selfish things. So I'm going to do a basic action using the bottom of Ricochet to move 1, 2, and with my comfortable shoes, 3 spaces.
Did you move into the doorway? Yes.
Yes. And then I'm going to attack with Overwatch. Top half of Overwatch is strength 3, range 4. So I can attack the pillar with that. And I'm going to use the throwing axe as well. The favorite axe. So this is going to be 7. You ready for the modifier?
Yep.
Plus 2. That's 9.
Nice.
So, I mean, as long as I don't miss next turn, I should be okay.
Yeah.
Also, I need to survive,
Yeah, you need to survive 3 attacks. 2 of them with disadvantage.
Yep. Do they have enough? Have they not got enough movement to get away from me? They do.
Oh, yeah, they... do they? Oh, yeah, they do. They can both step back into the hazardous goop.
I'm just gonna have to hope they miss. We'll see.
Fucking hell. Sorry for swearing, everybody. This is just so tight. It's outrageous. Well, I definitely can't, I don't think, come and destroy that pillar if you fail to destroy it, so...
I'll be fine. Worst case scenario, and I might just do this. I've got 4 cards now in my discard pile. I could just I could bury all 4 of them to nullify 2 attacks completely if I had to, and then I could still play these last 2 cards. As long as I don't miss, it's dead.
You did just 9 damage, right? Is there 7 plus 2?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm down to that last turn, but I think
But
we
first,
can do it.
it's the living corpses.
Yeah.
So, no, living spirits next, actually. So, we start with...
No, living corpse. 47.
Yes, you're right. I messed up the... I think I didn't change the... Yeah, actually, I have not changed the initiative since last time. That's why I'm confused. Also, I can't see it on the little camera here anymore. There we go. There's the correct initiative. So the living corpses. So we start with number 1, moving southeast, I guess.
Yeah, twice. +1 movement, so twice.
That's -1 movement, dude. Oh no, it's +1 movement. You're right. -1 attack. Cool.
And then number 3 jumps over to me and does an attack.
It just moves into the B spot, right?
Correct. Yeah, and he does 4 -1 is 3 with a modifier, of course.
So I got the modifier coming out here, and the modifier. Oh, where's my camera? Here we go. -1. So 3 damage coming at you.
2 damage because he had -1 already.
Well, they do 4 basic? Yeah, 4 basic, so 3, so 2. Yep. Cool. Alright, so you're going down to 6?
Yep, 100%.
Alright.
At least now I know for an absolute fact I can survive this.
And so here's the number 5 attack coming at me, or the 4 damage attack coming at me from number 5. It's +2!
Nice.
So that's 5 damage. -1 for my shield is 4 damage.
Just take it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I might as well activate my heater shield and take 3. But...
So you're down to 3.
Yeah, so I'm down to... Oh, no, but +1 because I'm poisoned, so I'm down to 2.
Yeah, I mean that basically means you can't take another attack because essentially you have to start losing cards.
Yeah, which is going to be a problem because... Well, actually, no, this could be okay, actually.
You need 2 from your discard pile, remember that.
Yeah, I only have 2, and I need 1 of them to destroy the pillar, so I'm going to have to short rest next turn as well. So... Actually, that's not strictly true, because it's on... Because it's...
It's a good thing it's a good thing you use your heater shield to keep 1 extra health so you can
because the pillar's on 11 damage, there's the possibility of me actually running over to it and doing a basic attack on it. But, yeah, just like literally punch the pillar with my face.
I just realized something. I never took 3 damage for the big attack I just did in the pillar, so I'm actually down to 3 health.
Okay, but you're still alive. But you've got 2 more attacks incoming.
I'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
I got this.
Well, speaking of more attacks incoming, right, we're doing Spirit number 1 against Chris. So it backs up 1 space into the goop.
Yep.
And then it blasts him for 3 damage. Oh, it's attack +1. So this is 4 damage.
4 damage.
And it got a +1, so that's 5 damage.
Okay, I have to lose cards. I'm losing 2 cards from my
Discard.
discard. I have no choice in the matter, I'm afraid.
This is going to be another
losing.
super clutch game where, like, we either win or lose on the last turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why is it always like this? Why can't we ever have a nice, easy one where we're, like, comfortably winning?
Okay, next attack, please.
Okay, so this is the modifier. So number 3 is going to back up a space into the goop as well, I guess. And then, here we go. This is the modifier. It's -2, so that's 2 damage coming at you.
Oh, I'll just take that. Down to 1 health.
Oh my god.
Ooh, thank God you healed me twice over the course of the game with your deck.
Yeah, those 2 hit points are literally what are keeping you alive right now. I could have used some of that, but anyway. So here's number 4 coming at me now. I feel like... No, it doesn't have disadvantage. I don't know why I decided it did. Alright, it's not going to move... Oh, they both heal 1 as well, but it doesn't matter. And they generate ice magic. This one is going to heal
Yeah.
1, but I don't think I'm going to kill it, so it doesn't really matter. So here we go. I really need... I'm going to have to burn a card here, I think, unless this is a miss. So here we go. +1, so that's 5 damage, I think, or 4. That's... Yeah, that's 4 damage coming at me, so... My only option
3
here...
plus 5. It's 5. 5.
Oh, it is 5?
Yeah, 3 plus 1 plus 1. The card has +1.
Yeah. So...
It's down. Oh, sorry, it's down to 4 because of your armor, isn't it?
Yes,
Sorry.
yes. That's what I'm thinking of, the chain armor. Yep, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to burn Signs of the Void to avoid this damage. That was in my hand, so... I now got 2 cards left in hand. But, yeah. Oh, no, but it is +1 more damage because I'm poisoned. I forgot about that.
Well, it doesn't matter. You burned a card. It's fine.
But, jeez. There's so many modifiers.
I have 2 cards in my hand. I know. I'm playing them.
If I don't go first this turn, I might be, like, totally screwed.
I'm going fast, but not very fast.
No, I don't mean first ahead of you. I mean first ahead of them.
Oh, I can't help you there.
Yeah, I know. If I... Because I can't really tank... Oh, no, wait. Can I? Yes. Okay. Yes, I can tank 1 more attack. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I
just
think...
realized something. When I destroy the pillar, I'm gonna have to burn both the other 2 cards in my discard pile to not knock myself out. So it's a very good thing that last attack only did 2 damage.
Do we win immediately when the pillars are destroyed, or do we have to live out the round?
Immediately.
It says when all pillars are destroyed, the scenario is complete. That's very good, because I think we would die if that wasn't the case.
Oh, yeah, no, we're literally gonna. It's that video game thing of we triggered the cutscene.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
All right, so I'm gonna take a short rest. I'm gonna randomize one of these cards. So I'm gonna ask chat to help me out with this. So guys, pick left or right. First one I see is the card I'm gonna burn. This determines whether I have 2 or 1 hit point going into this round, basically. Because I need one of these cards to destroy the pillar. Left. Alright, Haggers. So we're burning the left card, which is the card I need. Thanks, buddy. So I'm going to burn this one instead and take 1 damage.
Thank God your shield gave you 1 extra health.
Oh my god, you're right.
We're both down to 1 health now.
Okay, so here we go. This is my... This is my moves there. I've got 1 card left in hand. And let's pick up some cards for the enemies as well. There we go.
You ready?
Yeah, hold tight. Alright, 3... Wait, oh, wait. Just 1 second, actually. No, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Flip them. Okay.
35.
43. All right.
What do they get?
Okay, so this is the Living Spirit. 61. That's very good. It's attack plus 0, range 3, target 2. And the Living Corpse.
They're always slow.
32.
Is that before us?
Yeah. Before me. Before you as well. Attack.
They're not moving.
They're not moving, yeah, but they're going first.
Yeah, but the fact that they're not moving means I can still do my turn because I can burn the 2 cards in my discard pile. I can still do mine. I will kill myself whilst destroying the pillar, however.
I mean, I won't kill myself destroying the pillar, in the sense that... No, wait, when do you become exhausted? Is it when you need to play cards and you don't have any left?
Yes.
Can we just...
Or when you're out hit.
Yeah, so... I will have no cards left on my turn in hand. Either.
That's fine.
That's fine.
It's only upon the point at which you can't. It's sorry, I know when it is. It's when you're unable to play 2 cards or rest.
Right, you can't rest or play 2 cards. That's when you exhaust.
Yeah.
Fine. Yep.
So number 1.
They've also got push 1, and if this attack is performed, they suffer damage. But who cares about that?
Yeah. So number 1 doesn't do anything because he can't move. He's not. The movement's not on the card. Number 3 then attacks me for 6 damage and pushes me. But I don't care about the push. But there we go.
Yeah.
So see if he misses. I guess if he misses, then that's great.
But you're still pushed, right?
Yeah.
That's actually helpful because you're going to be pushed into range of those guys and they're not moving. Of course, we're never going to do their turns if this goes to plan.
I'm going to move anyway myself.
It's a miss!
Hey!
So...
Doesn't really matter. I kind of wish that was for you. He missed you instead, but it doesn't matter, I guess.
Hopefully. Okay, now it's number 5 hitting me for also 6 damage. Can he draw another miss, please? I bet he gets the double.
There isn't one.
Plus 0. So that's 6 damage that I'm going to take, so I shall burn my 1 remaining card in hand. And now I have no cards left, other than the 2 I've played.
So,
actually, it's 7 damage because of the poison.
So what's going to happen is I'm going to knock myself out by destroying this pillar. Then you're going to destroy that pillar and have no cards whatsoever in your possession. But we won. And that is.
Oh, I will actually also be knocked out by destroying the pillar. I only have 1 hit point.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, no. I won't be knocked out because I'm not attacking the pillar. I'm making someone else do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I just realized I also won't be knocked out either because that attack missed. I have 2 cards in my discard pile to burn. So we're both going to have 0 cards.
And 1 hit point.
And 1 hit point. Let's see if the modifier attack is going to screw us up.
Oh my god, please don't. I don't want to do this again. I guess we can just do the other one.
John just voted left. I think he might be behind, like a few minutes behind the stream.
Well, we could tell him to scrub forward, but then he wouldn't hear that till it's too late.
Exactly.
I mean, I can send him a message in chat, but let's just let John live John's life 5 minutes in the past.
This is one of the best scenarios to fail if you were to fail, because you could play the other one and not have to repeat content. Anyway, because it's my last turn anyway, I'm gonna use the bottom half of Stopping Power for its 1-shot ability, because there's literally no reason not to, because it generates wind magic if that's useful to you, and it also gives me 1 experience, which puts me up to 9 experience. That's a lot. And then I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna jump south. I'm gonna jump so I'm on the south side.
So you're adjacent to the pillar?
No, 1 away. So I'm in the southeast corner. Essentially, it doesn't matter.
Right. So basically, we are screwed if you miss this, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. Well, we're screwed if you miss as well.
I'm not going to miss though because I have advantage.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm going to use Power Pitch then, which is Strength 6, Range 3. Also gets me 2 experience, and I burn it as well.
Are you on 9 now?
11.
I've got you on 9.
I'm on 11 now.
Oh, God. I think you're just adding 2 every turn.
I was on 9. I literally said I'm on 9 a second ago when I gave myself 1.
Yeah. I'm on 12,
yeah.
So...
Yeah. So
I'm not. I'm
what
on
you saying?
9.
I have you on 6 because I haven't been updating you. Right. Okay. So here's the moment of truth.
Oh god, I should have got. If this is the miss, I'm gonna fucking cry.
Hey!
Oh, thank god, the stream lagged him for a moment there, and I got very nervous.
Oh, +3 was next, and the miss was after that.
Just 2 cards away. All right.
It's dead. It's dead. It's dead.
Okay, brilliant.
I then take 3 damage, which I'm going to lose the 2 cards in my discard pile to not take it. I hereby have no cards.
No cards left, yeah. With the 2 cards in your discard, the 2 you just played.
No, negative.
Oh, so if you put those 2 into your discard, you'll have 2 cards left, right?
No, they're both lost.
Oh, did you burn them both?
I burned both of them. One of them I didn't have to burn, but I did it for the experience point.
Okay. Right. Well, I was gonna move 2. But I don't need to move 2 now because I thought maybe I'd move away from the zombie before he could hit me. Ooh, actually no, I've got range 3. Do you know what? I'm gonna move 2, but I'm gonna go 1 backwards. Pick up this money.
Onto the money?
Yeah. So that was the bottom part of this card. Move 2. Also, if Chris was in range 3, he could have 2 movement, but he's not, so bad times for Chris. So actually, I guess that goes into my discard, so I will have a couple cards in my discard. And now we've got, again, this one ally or enemy within range 3, may perform attack 3, range 3, targeting a thing of your choice. So I guess we'll pick the spirit to target the column. Although actually it'll get disadvantage, won't it? Because it's range.
Yes.
And so that will combo with the advantage.
Yep.
So
this could still go wrong then.
There's a very good chance it will. I don't have many cards left. Oh, I don't like this anymore. This is not fun anymore. I'm just thinking.
Do you have to move away? You've done something more useful?
Yeah, I've got no, because I can't get disadvantage. No, the only thing I could have done is put myself next to the pillar. Oh, actually, I'm using the bottom of this card anyway. I can't even move. What am I talking about? I'm trying to use the bottom of 2 parts of a card. Yeah, there's nothing I can do.
Let's just find out then.
Yeah.
What's your modifier deck?
I'm just, If only I...
You're not... There's no solution. You only got 2 cards. Staring at the card is not going to make them do different things.
Yeah, but if I'd been smarter, Chris, if I'd realized that you could... I guess I just didn't clock that you could get disadvantage from a pillar. But if I'd been smarter, I would have played close... So I chose Black Boon, which I'm now not using. Because it's got 43 initiative, and I thought I'd better move before everyone else, or else I'm going to get killed. I mean, to be fair, it does, even though it doesn't...
There's nothing you can do now.
Yeah.
Done.
But the point is, I could have, if I picked the other card, moved the zombie 1 step closer, and then he could have attacked the pillar, and he wouldn't have had disadvantage.
But...
Well, I'm spending this ice magic to get +1 damage.
So how much damage are you doing basic?
4. It only needs to take 1.
Like how much are you doing basic?
3 +1.
Okay, so minus 2 will still work.
Yeah, basically the only way this fails is if this is a miss. I can't look stream. I don't even want to flip it. I just want to live in this moment where everything is going well.
I'm looking at the stream through my fingers. But I'm like 3 seconds behind, so flip it, but don't say
+1.
anything. Ah, I said don't say anything.
Sorry. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Oh, I was actually going to get the ×2 before I got them. Oh, there's a curse. I also had another curse and the miss. Jesus Christ.
Did it. No cards left, but we did it.
Ah! Oh my god. John's just responding to us back in time.
Yes, the past.
Oh my...
Must have happened when that podcast. Thank God.
So the spirit doesn't die because he healed one last turn. He's on 5, but you know he's never going to get to attack because all the pillars are destroyed.
Wow.
The purple mist dissipates, and with it, any illusion of a pristine sewer. The beguilement is gone. The rich produce waste just like anyone else. It was all an illusion, even the horrific corpses and spirits. You raise your torch to get a better view of your new surroundings, and notice a new passageway deeper into the bowels of this place. Perhaps this is what was being concealed by this whole mess. You step into the passage intent on finding out what the cult is up to now. Before too long, you come across a simple ladder back to the surface, but it seems to lead directly into one of the estates. Whether the resident is involved in all this madness, you can't help but note the opportunity to sneak into some fancy house and get a little bit richer.
Wait, are we criminals?
Are we criminals now? So, we receive item 28, the flea-bitten shawl, which I guess we found in the sewer, because that doesn't sound like something that you would get from an estate.
Well, flea bitten, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's from the sewer, right? 28, yeah?
Yeah. And also, the defiled sewers are now closed, but we've got 2 new locations, the Toxic Harvest and the Heist. I'll do that just a minute.
Ooh, the heist sounds fun. That's the, the flea-bitten shawl is a bit rubbish, to be honest.
Is it item 28?
Yeah. Not impressed.
Nope, that's wrong. Too many buttons. Come on, camera. I want to see what the shawl does. Flea-bitten shawl. You are considered to have an initiative of 99 for the purpose of enemy focusing. I mean, that'd be really useful if one of us was a tank. Because we could give it to the other person, right? But neither of us are particularly tanky.
With scenario level 3, that means we have, each of our gold coins is worth, each of our money things is worth 3. So I have 6 money, you have 3 money. And we get 10 experience for completing the scenario.
I didn't get any money, actually, because I actually couldn't step backwards. That was a mistake.
Oh, yes, that's a good point. Sorry. I got 6, so I have 11 money now. 10 experience plus the 11 is 21. So that puts me on 257.
And I have 9. I didn't get anything else for that last round, so I'm on 247. No. 9. Yes, 247.
Oh, you actually went. You leveled up to level 5 a scenario before me, but I guess I've caught up with you since then.
Yeah, I feel like you've got more cards that are generating experience for you.
Now, did we do our battle goals? So, the battle goal that I got that I couldn't possibly do was open a door and finish your turn on the same turn on the other side of it.
I had the same one.
There were no doors.
Yeah, that's the exact same one I had. Yeah.
I took Specialist, which is never perform a basic action. And I didn't for the entire game. I even slowed myself down at one point. And then I had to do it at the very end, because otherwise would have lost. So I did not succeed. Well,
I was umming and ahhing about all of that resting moment, because mine was actually Insomniac. Suffer damage in the same turn as you perform a long rest.
Ah, so you didn't do it either then.
But if I had long rested and taken a hit there, I could have done it, but then I figured actually that the 2 hits from the zombies would probably be not worth the perk point, because it would probably cost us the scenario. And it turns out we had literally no margin for error in the end, so it was probably the right choice.
Yeah, and I needed that one movement that I got from. Yeah, we literally had to. We both made the sacrifice we had to make. It's legit. That was fun though. That was I was cool how close that was.
Yeah, that was so close.
Good co-op games are always close, and I find like in something like Pandemic, you know, much simpler game, it seems to be. I feel it's much easier to have designed it so that it tends to come, you know, so it escalates to the point that it comes down to a clutch finish every time. But in something like this, I feel that's much harder to achieve, and it does seem to it still always seems to come down to a very, very clutch finish.
Yeah, given the large number of variables in this game, the degree to which this often comes down to a clutch finish for us, I would say, is a testament to the quality of the design.
Yeah, 100%.
Because this is exactly what you want, this clutch roller coaster.
But you want to come out on the right side of it smelling of roses, and we did that. Well, smelling of something else maybe, from the sewer, but...
Beguiling poop.
Well, it was an illusion though, wasn't it? That was the thing.
Indeed.
Oh, right. Well, we're back underway with our Gloomhaven campaign.
Yeah, so we'll probably be doing another Gloomhaven at some point reasonably soon, I hope, but we'll see what we can manage. And obviously we would like to do that extra dream in the Bloodborne as well, because there was request for more Bloodborne, and that's a very easy way for us to do more Bloodborne. I don't know whether we'll pick up Bloodborne again after that. I know that there's potentially a few other things we'd like to look at, but you never know, we might come back around to it. There's an awful lot of Bloodborne we haven't done. Now, of course...
Yeah, I mean, if we don't want to commit to another campaign, obviously we can do a 100 stream first of all, and if we still want to do more, when we do want to commit to another campaign, we could try a chalice dungeon, for example, which is a one and done thing. So...
Yeah, absolutely.
And we could also try the PvP if we really want to.
That'd be interesting. I don't know how that would work remotely, but by the time we get through all of this content, it might well be the end of the pandemic and the year 2025.
I think it will work in the same way. It's just, you know, moving north, moving south, that kind of thing. Same as we do here. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. But of course, if you want to have a bit more influence over what goes on and what we're doing and what we're playing and all that kind of stuff, you can always sign up to the Patreon, or you can message me directly, and also to participate in votes and things. And then, of course, it helps to keep all this content coming and running and everything else. Oh, Eddie's managed to get his hands on a copy of Black Rose Wars for $35. Ooh. That is a very good deal, Eddie. A very good deal indeed. I presume that's just the core set, right? So I know we're still trying to figure out the logistics of your situation. I can only continue to blame Brexit. I'm very sorry. Brexit's been an absolute nightmare. I don't want to talk about it. It's the worst, though. But I know the core set's great anyway. It's absolutely fantastic. Tons of great content in there. And I would love to play more Black Rose Wars, damn it. So, when all this is over.
Me too. I haven't played my copy yet. Which is sad. But I will, very soon. Or not so soon. Eventually.
Eventually, exactly. But
let us know what you want us to play.
But yeah, exactly. And maybe we'll have a look at... we'll definitely have a look at Super Fantasy Brawl as well when that goes into pre-orders or whatever. So we'll keep you guys in the loop for that.
Yes. We have options how we can play that. We can either play that in a setup like this, or we can play it on BGA. I don't know what people would prefer, or I don't know if you think it's too difficult logistically to do it, but at the table.
Well, the Super Fantasy Brawl, you mean to have a physical setup?
Yeah, I'm just saying, it'd be in theory possible. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be a lot easier for us. It'd be a lot less work for us to do it on BGA.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you know,
we could do it. You know, we could do it in theory in physical form.
Yeah, I mean, I think actually, like, you know, again, like, you know, even with Jaws of the Lion, we could have just played Guildmaster, right? That would have been way easier for us. But, you know, I prefer, where possible, this is a board game channel, to play with the physical games, right?
We wouldn't have had a campaign then as well. It would have been quite different.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it would have been a different game. There would have been more mechanisms and a different plot. But well, I distinct absence of plot in Guildmasters, really. It's more a bit like linked Chalice dungeons, but you know, like setting up for a video game stream is much easier than setting up this whole physical paraphernalia. But
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so I think you know, like I said, it's a board game channel, and we like playing with components, and this is the best facsimile we've got to real board games right now. So, you know, I wouldn't be opposed to setting up Super Fantasy Brawl physically if at all possible.
Yeah. No, I likewise. I like playing like this because it means that everything faces me.
Exactly, I'm not at a weird angle. Generally speaking, the same can be said for me, except when I'm playing Etherfields, where everything's sideways. But let's not talk about that. Instead, let's let's wind up this wind down, end up, close down this stream. But I'll be back streaming something on the weekend, and Chris will be around for more streaming next week, or whatever. We'll figure it out, and we'll let you guys know. So, yeah, like I said, if you want to get involved, check out the Patreon, and if you want to know when these streams are going to go live and what they're going to be about, then make sure you follow us on Twitter and also on Facebook, because that's where I post about it, usually 20 to 30 minutes before they go live. I would like to give more notice, but logistics is a thing, and I don't do this full time, so sometimes delays happen. But
Half-day streams are semi-regular.
I mean, usually it's one on the weekend, sometimes midnight on Sunday, and Wednesday evenings, typically. But, you know, we like to work in the bonus streams where we can and see what happens. But, hey, I'm glad you all enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out and watching and supporting the channel. And we'll see all of you guys in the next adventure. Bye for now!
Thanks, guys.